do 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 Oh, I just want to double check this sound. Good man.
Matters, in particular for women.
Transitions.
And we've got a Democratic candidate, presumptive at this point, who would be the first female president. Kamala Harris happens to be the very same age as you.
Yes.
Are you going to endorse Kamala Harris?
I have endorsed Kamala Harris just a couple of days ago because what she says to our country, she has believed in women's reproductive freedom from the beginning of her career, and that got rolled back under previous administrations. She knows what society is up against now. She's for paid family members.
Oh, you can hit the range. I'm ready. You know, the crazy thing is, I guess how hard we be on ourselves sometimes when like people be like, oh, why do everybody, you know, first thing you do in the morning, you grab and get on your phone. And you know what I thought about just because when I just be like, dog, what about when we were younger and your parents used to just get on the read the newspaper. So I kind of like, what's the difference realistically from, and the reason why I thought about that, because like today, this is not an ad because I ain't got this stuff back yet, but I was just, using the bathroom scrolling and I got a Sheen ad. So I'm like, let me just see what this joint about. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'd be a little bit jealous, like, damn, women can get outfits for like $10. At the joint, I seen the dude joint. I was like, hold up, you can get a whole fit for $13. Now I don't know what the quality gonna look like, how it's gonna
be careful.
Wow.
Where it come up on? Did it come up on your Instagram?
Yeah.
Were you actually on the Sheen app?
Yeah. It was on the actual website. Yeah.
Oh, because it could be a lot of them little bogus joints.
Oh no. Yeah, no.
I
double look.
I was gonna say when you said $13, they be giving people like.
Oh no. And like you be having like the bootleg clothing Jones. No. I double check on them because some of them Jones be looking too. Yeah, if it looked too good to be. No, I knew it was Sheen. I went on the actual Sheen website, so it was the actual Sheen Jones. But I was just thinking about it. I'm like, damn. Of course it's Sunday, so you're looking at it like, oh, all right. Well, what about the Sunday paper back in the day when our parents was probably? I mean, I don't know if parents still get newspaper now, but at that time when people probably used to get the Washington Post or whatever paper that they used to get, on Sundays they have like the coupons and stuff. So I'm looking at it and like, damn, it's kind of crazy where it's like, it's literally, I'm looking at it, it's like, your phone is almost a new newspaper because it's literally like, just like I said, a Sunday paper. Here go your coupon. You see something, boom. And the difference is, besides you get coupons and you had to actually go to the store and purchase it. So you had to look at the coupon for a second and then decide if you want to actually go and use it from, all right, I got this ad on my phone. I'm just right here. Of course, you got your stuff that's saved on your phone or you got to go grab your wallet real quick. You can just do so, but it's just still just how people be so hard. Like, I don't want to get on the phone first thing I wake up in the morning, but I'm like, damn, okay, what's the difference between cutting on the news and looking at the news first thing in the morning or reading the newspaper first thing in the morning? I mean, because I guess it just depends on what come down your timeline, which is going to be the first thing you see. But I kind of just wonder, like, what is the difference? Or even somebody like me, before I even open any of the other apps, I may just read read the Bible app. So I think look at it like, damn, what's really the difference between, like, the phone could be used for so many different variations, I guess, early in the morning, where is it really just a bad thing to be like, the first thing I do is just grab my phone in the morning?
I think people probably say it's a bad thing when it's social media or you know what I'm saying, like your text messages and stuff like that.
I mean, but when you say social media, I guess it depends on what's the first thing you see. Because what if it's the first? Let's say if I follow more sports pages than anything, so the first thing in the morning, you especially now during the Olympics, because that time frame is so off. Okay, we'll say the first thing you see is just, okay, who won what Olympics thing won this, or who lost this, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I just thought about it because it just made me think realistically, what would be the difference between this and the newspaper?
No, it's no difference. There's no difference.
Because let's be clear, you could scroll, you could get, let's imagine if you was,
the weather, all that type of stuff.
Exactly. So that's what I was saying. Even if you were just looking at the newspaper, the saying is, if it bleeds, it leads. So it could still be first thing you open up on your newspaper. It could be homicides, whatever the case may be. It could literally be anything. You kind of can't. The newspaper is the newspaper. It just depends on what the big story is. Because if it's like a crazy shooting or something, or a crazy house fire or anything, it's going to be on the front page of the paper. So kind of like, almost, what's the difference between first thing you're doing is reading the newspaper, or first thing you're doing is getting on your Instagram? Or even the first thing you do, if you watch and you just don't want your house to be silent, you cut on the TV and you cut on the news. To me, I just kind of really was thinking like, damn, what's really the difference? But what made me really think about it, I'm like, dang, this is literally almost like what you will be your version of the Sunday paper. Like, you literally getting, oh, well, this grocery store got these sales, or Best Buy got this sale, or whatever the case may be. Just instead of you actually have to leave your house now, you can literally buy everything that you see on sale off your phone. So it was just something that I was thinking about.
So so what's the, like, when you at nighttime, like, you can't put your phone down? Do you consider, and you know what I'm saying, like that? Because that's why I say, I think some people might say, all right, I don't want to pick up my phone because damn, I had it up all night. I couldn't even sleep because I kept scrolling through the phone. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you could say the same thing if you turn on to a good show. Like, perfect example, like the last couple of nights, I was trying to use it to, like, for just something to go to sleep to. I was watching the Simone Biles joint on Netflix, and then after I watched that, I watched but it was just 2 different nights. But I was literally trying to use them just to go to sleep. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm, me just on my pro black shit. Let me sit here and run these numbers up. Maybe I thought, like, all right, I'll watch like the first 15 minutes and then fall asleep. So I watched the Simone Biles joint. Of course, I'm gonna say and say, I think it was like 6. I think it's like 6 episodes each one, but they like an hour and some change long for the Simone Biles joint, and it's one for Sprint. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the Noah dude, of course, he rubbed most. I mean, if you're a basketball fan, he probably rubbed most of us the wrong way when he had his little comments. Oh, how y'all call yourself the world champions and y'all ain't beat nobody. So I kind of didn't forgive him for that until I actually watched the Netflix joint. It's called Sprint. So it showed him, Sha'Carri Richardson, one of the it's a young, her name started with an S, but she run for Jamaica, and I think her last name is Jackson. I can't remember, but she got like all the colorful hair. And then it was another dude who was running against Noel. And I think it might be a few other people, but those was the main like 4 people that they was really showing. It was the Noel dude, it was Sha'Carri, it was the young lady from Jamaica. It was 2 different young ladies from Jamaica. I know one of their last name was Jackson. I can't remember the other young lady's name because one of them lost, and then the Jackson girl was like literally like her gold medal game was like OD. But I'm watching the joint and I'm kind of like, you be like, sometimes I think when we talk about like GOAT and you praise people, you be surprised how for some of them it kind of almost like, for Simone Biles, it was almost a little bit, it backfired because it was like, it's so much pressure because every time people speak of her, it's just all straight greatness. Oh, she just so goated. She this, that, and the third. And I was like, and then she explained it, and even her, and now this is why I know just enough people ain't watch it yet, because if enough people watched it, people will re-drag her husband for trying to act like he didn't know who she was, because he kind of got caught in the lie, because he even said and say, damn, every time I felt like this was before they met. He was like, every time because they just recently got married, so this was leading into the Tokyo Olympics. That was the 2021, because they had to make up for the 2020 Olympics. And he was just like, every time like you see something on ESPN or you see one of the news channels promoting the Olympics, every time they bring up her name is GOAT, 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 GOAT. So for so many people, it's kind of like, for her, it was like, she kind of got tired of it a little bit. And it made the pressure where it was like, damn, do I have any space to lose? So I was watching the joint, and it kind of go for the opposite for Sha'Carri Richardson. It was just like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Them people played in her face, like the media people, she was not going like cake and ice cream at all. Like they was bringing up her time, and I guess she had like a bad joint, nigga. She wanted all the smoke with everybody in the media joint. And I was kind of like, I respected it, and then I kind of was like, damn, you can't be mad when these people write bad stuff about you as well, because you kind of like read them for filth when you write there. They gonna realistically will have the last laugh because they get to write whatever in the newspaper or whatever website they work for. But you got to get to see how the media kind of worked in her. It worked in, like, even the Noel dude, it worked in his favor, because of course, America still want to find their person who can, I guess, beat Usain Bolt's time or whatever the case may be. And then they had Michael Johnson in the joint. Like, the joint was straight. I like both of them. They was 2 different separate documentary series. Simone Biles had her own separate joint, and then the Sprint joint with all the track people. But you kind of just got to realistically see
what happened to Michael. Did he get caught up in that?
Nothing that I know of.
Oh, because a lot of them track stars didn't. I mean, especially when Shorty got busted for the steroids, and you never heard nothing else about the USA.
But you know what's so crazy? I mean, I think I was listening to Bomani Jones, and he was saying how it's so messed up, and that's why I was kind of wondering, like, damn, how do these people actually get money? So I even watching the Sprint joint, and it was like it was like certain races. I think it was, what was this joint that they was running in? Oh man, I'm mad. I forgot the name of it, but it was one of them jumps they was racing for. It was like 10 bands, because I was like, damn, how do they actually get paid? Because I'm like, off the Olympics, like, if you win a gold medal, you don't get no money. So I guess realistically, you get all your endorsements kind of from whatever sport. And like, if it's okay, we were like, for Sha'Carri, she got a Beats deal, she got a Nike deal, and she even had whatever little thing going on with NBC with her and Cardi B did. So I'm sure you get whatever little different endorsements. But I was just wondering, like, for some people who maybe just like the swimmers or certain things, is like,
No, but I think I think you do get like a payment or something like that. I think it's still a reward at the end. It might not be officially through the Olympics, but maybe like your country. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, certain people may sponsor you because I seen a joke. I think like Flavor. I don't know if this was real or not, but I seen a headline that said like Flavor Flav was sponsoring like some swimmers or something because he was saying like some of them still had to work regular jobs, and he was just like,
yeah, because even people who's watching the Olympics now, you might see Andrew Luck on there a lot. He got I think he did like a house or something for like the male gymnasts. Because I think one of the dudes went to Stanford and he bid like it's an NIL deal that he gave, and he was housing the I guess the gymnastic athletes and all that type of stuff. So I think like a lot of that stuff is, I guess deals and sponsorships that you do get rewards. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure you got to, because a lot of them all out there from different countries, they got to get there some way. Somebody paying for that. So you got to be getting something out of it.
Yeah, like I said, it just depends. I don't necessarily know. Because I mean, for the NBA players, they don't get nothing from this. They don't get like this. They don't get paid. They don't get nothing. So I realistically, I don't know, besides like the free clothes, and I'm sure you probably get free food and like room and board, but outside of that, I don't necessarily think they get paid anything. Like you never hear them talk about money, especially that's the real, I mean, I'm sure for most people, that's the easiest one for us to kind of look up or know, like the basketball players don't get nothing. You never hear them, we come home with gold and you get this extra money. Like when it comes to like all-star, like think about it, when they win all-star tournaments, or when we talked about the WNBA last week, where it was like, all right, well, you win this or you win that. They don't never talk about how much money. Huh?
No, it says they do.
Well, what is it? They say is there a number beside it?
I just clicked on the link.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know why you're looking at it. I necessarily don't know. But when I was just listening to that Simone Biles thing, and she was just so like, I was like, damn, it was a lot of pressure. And because the reason why I guess she took herself out of, or did she take herself out, or did she kind of like, it's called oh man, what in the world? I can't believe my brain just was just throwing up. All right, so it says gold medalists get $37,500, silver medalists get $22,000, and bronze medal get $15,000. So I mean, I guess it is. I mean, but that still ain't.
You take out the NBA players, but everybody else, that's money.
No, for sure it's money, because I kind of can't say it's money, because though, if you really watch one of them documentaries, just pick one of them, dog. They put in a lot of work, dog. Yeah. And that was the thing that I was thinking about, like how much work it actually, like, dog. No, that's nigga, that running shit ain't no joke, dog. Watch that sprint, Joe. Like they put in a lot of work to get their body to where it was. Cause like the dude who lost to the Noel dude, and when his time, like he was the world champ before Noel just won whatever he won before going into this Olympics. They had like whatever, I think like different like little World Cup jumps or whatever case may be that they was running for. So when Noel won the world championship and the other dude from the United States lost, he was saying like, man, I'm gonna cut out no more candy, no more Red Bulls. This nigga got a 6-pack. I'm like, bro, what else do you feel like you need to
cut down?
Like but what else are you cutting down on? That's what I'm looking at. And I'm like, damn, but that's what I'm saying. When I'm talking about like, when you're looking at those prices, it's like, yeah, to the average person if we just talking about just showing up to the Olympics, but what about the work that lead up to the Olympics?
And that's what I was going to ask you, because this, like, even some of them, it's like, you only get one shot. It ain't like, how you got to, pro limb, you know what I'm saying? Like one of them joints, so you only got one chance. Out of way, you waited 4 years for this one chance. Like even last night, I was watching a little synchronized diving joint, and they was like in the running for a medal. And the last dive they had, Shorty went too much to the left. It's it messed up, and they fell out of the medal. See, and I was like, damn, for you to sit here and practice all this.
That's what I'm saying. So, but just think about how much pressure that is. So so for some people, like, I mean, of course, and I like, what's to say for somebody like what you say for the diving thing, they not as popular. I mean, maybe in their world they may be, but we talking about just on USA Olympics. Let's just keep it on USA Olympics. Like the people actually know, even if you don't watch it. Like everybody knows Simone Biles. Like literally every time her name is brought up, it's just GOAT, 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 GOAT. So for that extra expectations on how good people expecting for you to show up, like you said, like if you mess up, you gotta wait another 4 years. And they sitting here saying, making it like she like for gymnasts, they saying 27. I'm like, bro, she's only 27 years old, but they saying like that's past your prime for people doing gymnastics. Like they basically like your prime, I guess, for gymnastics is like 16, 17, like 18. Like after when you started getting into your 20s, they feel like you're supposed to be washed. So her at 27, they treating, and that's so crazy when we talk about age, they treating her at 27 the same way like the basketball world treats Diana Taurasi and LeBron James at 40. So it's like, you talking about, nigga, she ain't nowhere near as old as they are.
Yeah.
Like the majority of the girls on the U and the men's on the Olympics, like KD like 37.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like so crazy how your time frame could be so chopped and screwed. But don't get it twisted. I know Simone Biles got that bag because shit, the house that they was buying when they was in Netflix, like they was buying a house in Houston. This nigga played for the Packers, like nigga. I'm saying that house was like getting built from scratch. And I'm saying that house was huge as hell. So it was just like, whatever, don't get it twisted. I don't want to make it seem like everybody ain't getting no bag because she definitely got a bag.
I feel like you getting some of the money out of that.
I mean, like I said, of course, endorsements and different things, but just for some of the people who, if you don't play like volleyball players, like, come on, dog. Like, some of those sports, and we could be honest, some of the sports ain't as popular as but the household name people.
Yeah, but I think in their realm, they're still popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, they still like the volleyball. I feel like they in the volleyball circle, yes, they are. They do have a name. Yes, they not main like maybe like a LeBron James, but they still do have a name in their field.
And then real quick, we can get off the Olympics. I seen a lot of people kind of was like, damn, why didn't they allow Simone Biles to do the, I guess the, what is it called? The flag bearer with LeBron instead of it being Coco Gauff. But I kind of looked at it where it was like, for her, it was like, she kind of just like, this it's almost like, I mean, her farewell. So of course, can she keep going? She probably can, but will she realistically do another one? Probably not. So I can get how they probably like, okay, at this time.
Close out last year.
But even still, they still probably looking at like, let's promote Coco Gauff now. Yeah, why we can put her right. This is her first one, and she's right beside LeBron James. So this will make it even a bigger deal for somebody who got endless. Like if we say if Serena and Venus is the bar, you talking about this girl got maybe almost damn near another 20 years. Yeah. So if you're breaking that down in fours, you talking about she may got like another 6 Olympics that she can kind of do. So still kind of looking at it, somebody who realistically looking at their last one. Yeah, I'm not mad at them for choosing Coco Gauff instead of Simone Biles, but definitely like I said, that Netflix jump, I would highly recommend if you're looking for something to watch, especially now, even while you're trying to get into the Olympics, or even if you want a different thought pattern on how you judge some of these Olympic athletes. Man, watch both of them Jones. Watch that Simone Biles Jones and watch that sprint. I think it was like, and like I said, it made me a fan of the No dude because he was talking nigga. He was talking cash money shit, and he understood how unpopular the sport was. And he kept saying it. He was like, bro, I want people to respect track and field just as much as they respect basketball when it comes to the Olympics or whatever the case may be. He was like, no, we don't have no real face for track and field. And he was like, and he was going out his way to like, let me build up my TikTok audience. So he was doing all the stupid little dances or whatever the case may be. And he just found different ways to kind of brand himself on social media, like even doing the stuff with the Pokemon cards or whatever, the Yu-Gi-Ohs or whatever them cards called. Like he was finding different ways to build up different communities that kind of make himself relevant on social media outside of just whatever, like whatever these channels going to promote you, because realistically, you do got to find a way to kind of promote yourself, to give yourself a name. And I will give him credit for, even when he had that hot take about the basketball thing, he kind of put himself on the map because most people probably didn't know who he was, probably wouldn't have cared who he was until he said that hot take about basketball. And to be honest, if he didn't say what he said about the basketball, we might not necessarily get Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Steph Curry to even play in these Olympics right now. Because a lot of people was making it like, oh, these niggas gonna bring their wives or what? I haven't seen Savannah. I ain't seen Steph Curry. I ain't seen none of them come yet.
Some of them are there because I
seen Anthony Edwards bring his girl. His baby moms. But of course he's young. This is his first jump. But for Savannah and Aisha, I ain't seen either one of them there yet.
But it definitely is a lot of celebrities out there.
Of course, but older ones like now. I haven't I seen Queen Latifah. I seen Spike Lee there. Who else? D-Wade doing the NBC Jones. He was calling the actual game, and he did a good job. And you know what's so funny? You can kind of just hear
that hunger. He still want to be out there with them.
No, you can hear just where he trying to figure out his hot spots just to say like whatever the cool slang is. Like people was clowning him for how many times he kept saying LeBron is him. Like just different little things that he was trying to throw in there, or how they were trying to find different ways that you call Bam by his real name, or call him Bam, whatever, just little different cool little nicknames. Like I said, so far, the Olympics, and before I get off the Olympics, I had to take it. I seen people in the comment section was mad. No, I don't care what y'all say. The Joker ain't that. He don't got no niggas to throw the basketball to. He's just a regular big man. And I understand why Shaq feel the way he feel. Because you can't sit here and be like, oh, this is the best player in the world, and then nigga, it's time for him to be the best player in the world, and he shit the bed. If you're going to be the best player in the world, don't tell me this man the best player in the world when he got Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray to pass the basketball to in KCP, and now he just got to pass the ball to a bunch of niggas from his country, and he just looking like, all right. The last 2 times they didn't play the U.S. team, they didn't got beat by 20 plus points. So, like I said, you stop telling me he the best player in the world, and then when it's time for him to be the best player in the world, he don't show up. But let's get into this, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We gotta put the balloons down. I ain't gonna lie to you. They kind of getting carried away with the red balloons, and they did a what's the little dude name? I'm not gonna play that one. But it's what's the little nigga name who had the little song? He was like 6 years old or something, and they was mad. I think it's like LRT or whatever the little dude name is. He did a joint, and it was all kids. It was literally 20 girls versus him, and they were all kids. And y'all know my favorite thing to talk about on here. It's just bad parenting. Bro, I cannot believe they found 20 little girls to literally try to do the 20 versus me with a kid. Like, bro, that was just too far. Like, I was dragging it. Like, it's no way in the hell you should be doing a 20 versus me with kids. I just couldn't, like, I'm like, bro, there's certain times like you just gotta be like, all right, enough is enough. Like, y'all taking it extremely too far. I did want to play another one though that I did see. Oh, this joint was hilarious. Oh my God, where's this nigga at? Oh, this one was hilarious. And this was with little
every girl I know that wear blonde hair, so you got to go.
Going like that? You going like that?
Take care.
She went for that?
She had no choice. I probably had to fight that one back. You look freaky. You can stay.
Hello.
I know that crazy bitch ain't came back again.
Oh my God.
I just know it.
What's up?
You that crazy girl from last time.
No, I'm not. You got me confused. You got me confused for real.
You sound like you talk like her.
That's not me.
Let me smell you. You even smell like her.
No, I do not.
You sorry for last time?
You said what?
Is you sorry for last time?
Am I sorry?
From last time? How you behave?
No,
I thought it was you.
it wasn't. So why would I be sorry if it's not me?
You tricked me. You can stay.
Right.
It's not right. I swear that crazy girl from last time.
She look like somebody familiar.
Oh, that ain't her. She look like.
I ain't stepping. That's why I'm here. How you doing?
Huh?
How you doing?
You said what now?
How you doing?
They told you don't come past the line now.
They
One
say
more
that?
step. One
They
more
didn't say
step.
that. They said how you doing. You ain't answer yet. What's up?
What zoo you escape?
What?
What zoo you escape?
You saying that because I'm African?
No, ain't got nothing to do with Africa. I'm
So,
saying you even
where's
dressed
zoos
like you
be?
got black shoes on.
You got black on. You
Black.
got black on. You got black. You hate.
I got white on too.
So you like white people more than blacks?
So like that.
I could tell. You want to talk about it? Yeah, they told me I can't anyways. Something like that.
I'm scared if I tell you go left, you're gonna do something to me so you can stay.
That's a funny way of saying I'm bad.
Bye. Get the out. Security. Kill her. Hurry up before she do something to me.
Tell her, Agnes, what happened?
You're not gonna pick me?
Security, one second, security. I want you to tell them that story that you were telling me before we started.
Why you want to out me? So you're not gonna have your security pick me up for the thumbnail? Okay, good. Can y'all get it so it look like I'm fighting him? Hold up.
Oh my goodness.
What if this was real? Like you didn't even help him. You couldn't even help yourself. Security.
This security?
Yeah, this is security.
You security? Oh, you can secure me, though. You like dark skins? I ain't got kids. You want more? Yeah, he probably don't need no more. You don't look like it.
She need Georgia Region. You gonna pray for her?
I ain't gonna lie, she tried to get a free check in this motherfucker for all of this shit.
Hey,
Where's Sam?
how you doing? Nice to meet you.
What my name?
Woody.
Who?
Woody, what you mean?
Why y'all keep saying Woody?
What's your name then?
Tony?
Okay, nice to meet you.
For sure. You can stay.
Hey, Woody. Guess what I got? I got approved for disability. Yes. I went up there. I talked to them folks.
We made it! Fuck mother hole. Fuck mother hole.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck mother hole. You can stay.
I'm gonna pay the rent. I'm gonna pay the rent first and the third. Come on, one time. No.
You just gonna do something.
No.
Now get on up out of here. We gonna catch you later.
One more round.
If you ask me one more time, you gonna go.
Okay, here you go. Oh.
Congratulations, you got your disability and shit like that.
I got my disability.
Let me read the paper.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, dog. This 20, like you can't, because it's just so ignorant and so stupid. Like, dog, what the
You
heck?
saw when he made her try to hold the money?
Nah, I ain't see that, but dog, like,
Yeah, she came back and he was like, man, if you can hold this money, you can have it.
but you know, okay, real quick, I do feel bad, but I mean, it's not even a hot take, it's just my honest opinion. I like this Ice Spice project better than I like this JT. I know I trashed JT last week, but Ice Spice caught like a 3-song pocket for me where she sound like Chief Keef, and I was like, bro, this is the best Chief Keef impersonation I ever heard in my life. These 3 songs that I like off of this Ice Spice Jones, I don't even know if she called this Papa or Poopy, but it's P-O-P-A. I mean, it is P-O-P-A, and then the next Joan is Bitch in My Pack, and Plenty of Sun. Those 3 songs literally just sound like the best Chief Keef impersonation. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I like it better than the JT Jones. I'm still standing firm on my. I felt bad because I was listening to JT interview on Ebro and them Jones, and I was just like, damn, I kind of feel bad for JT because I like she really trying. You can hear it in her voice, like she really trying to do her thing. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. Give me them 3 songs of that Ice Spice Jones. I literally like that better than that whole JT project. And Lil Wayne continuously just showed why he the best rapper of all times. Like, bro, that song with him and Rick Ross. Oh my, like people was talking about the Corday joke, but that joke with him and Rick Ross, I was like, bro, Lil Wayne, I constantly see he maybe took like a little break between the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, so he ain't really put nothing out. But dog, them 2 songs right there, I'm like, bro, you can't tell me nobody better than Lil Wayne. I don't care. He don't be rapping about nothing, but dog, Lil Wayne be rapping his ass off. Like, nigga, I cannot, like, he went to like a different planet like 3 different times on that song with him and Ross. Like, I'm like, bro, there's no way in hell. And then I did see people try and sit here and say, was he dissing Drake? Because he had a line on the, what was it? I was about to say Big Sean. He had a line on that Corday Jones where he was sitting here like playing around with the Teddy Grahams. What was the line that he said? He literally said, the nigga said, he said, I'm a goat, nigga, you a sacrificial lamb, you a teddy bear. Yeah, he said, you a teddy bear, nigga, you a Teddy Graham. And of course, people ran with it because Drake's last name is Aubrey Graham. And the way it's spelled out like Drake's last name. I gotta see, like, I would have to see like some real back and forth or some real shade between Drake and Wayne for me to believe that was a Drake diss. But it did seem like, God, like the way them words, like he put them right beside each other. I get how people could kind of sit here and read into it and be like, could it be a little jab at Drake? It could be. But I would need to see, I need to hear a backstory, or I would need to know a real reason why people feel like they got smoked with each other.
Because they kind of be awkward. We didn't see a picture of them at that party. They both was at that party.
Yeah, but you ain't see Drake with a picture with nobody from that party besides Michael Rubin.
Okay. Like I said, I mean, I get it, but I don't know. Something do seem a little off between them.
Yeah, but then I can sit in here and say something seemed off about with Drake and everybody besides Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
Like who you ain't really seen him with nobody. Then I even looked at like look at all the features that Mustard had on his project. Mm-hmm. He had endless features with people that Drake do songs with. So it's like, I don't really necessarily, I don't know. Like I said, with that Wayne and Drake thing, I would have to realistically see I need to see something, or I need to hear a better backstory for me to believe that. Because they was just literally on tour, like the middle when the beef was beefing, nigga, Wayne was on tour with Drake. When the Future project dropped and everybody was dissing, Drake was on Future. I mean, Wayne and Drake was on tour together. So it's kind of like just I don't know. Like it's easy. I understand how those lines, reading them back, and because Wayne saying I'm the GOAT and he like you a sacrificial lamb. Like especially after it just literally came off of Drake getting killed. So it's kind of like, all right, a sacrificial lamb. Like those 2 things go hand in hand, but it's like, I don't know, dog. It's hard for me to sit here and be able to double down on that one. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know about that one. I do want, let me get, I guess, into some. I guess my question for y'all before I play this clip. Why do y'all feel like it's for, like, let's say if a woman give you, like, perfect example, let's just go back to maybe it was like 3 weeks ago when a girl said I was catfish, or even if he's saying his hand like I need a haircut. So like a woman can give a man that type of criticism, and a man just kind of got to deal with it. Where if a man sit here and say something about like a woman need to get her nails done or her hair done, she gonna sit here and say, well, are you gonna pay for it? So I guess why is it the luxury of that women can kind of get away with critiquing a man, and he got to take it at face value for what it is, take the critique what it is, and figure out how he gonna deal with it. Where if a man critique a woman, he kind of gotta, if you ain't ready to spend bread on whatever you critiquing, nigga, it's like, all right.
You can say it, but do you feel right saying that? Like, are you gonna pay for me to get my hair cut or something like that? You can say that, but do you feel right as a man saying that to, you know what I'm saying? A woman not going, like I said, if you tell, you need to do this, why you gonna pay for it?
Yeah, so what? But I still feel like it's like, but this is a perfect example. Listen to what you just said. As a man, would I feel okay with asking her to pay for it? Why should I have to feel like that? Because as a man, you know for a fact, don't open your mouth to critique a woman if you're not ready to pay for whatever she's talking about. Whatever you critiquing her on, you know you about to critique her on her nails, you know you have to slide her some bread for her nails. If you want to critique her on her lashes, her hair, anything you feel like you about to critique that woman on, you know for a fact you will open Pandora's box for you gonna have to really spend some money. So if you ain't ready to spend no money, you know you're gonna keep your critique to yourself. Where a woman can feel freely on just critiquing you, telling you whatever she feel like is off about you, and just go about her regular day.
I mean, men do it. You have the right to say, oh, you need to get your nails done. But I mean, she don't have to. It is what it is. Of course, you're gonna say you're gonna pay for it. All right, if not, then don't worry about it. Like, why are you worried about my nails?
But that's what I'm saying though. It's a perfect example though. But a woman don't have to never worry about that when she critique a man.
Because a man's like he said, a man's not gonna say, oh, you're gonna pay something. He's not gonna say you're gonna pay for it.
So do you think niggas should start asking that? Oh, that's gonna just sound, that shit sound gay. Like you gonna just sound, in the words of a woman, you gonna sound sassy as shit saying, are you gonna pay to get my hair cut? Like, so it's like you gotta, I don't know.
It's a double standard. It's always a double standard.
I guess so. So going into that, I do want to play this clip of Sauce Walker.
Women in this world come to a mother, especially you niggas, especially black folk. Don't know black person, come to the next black person, especially if they doing good or looking good, and say, man, you know what? He got a drinking problem. He don't wear cologne. But he's handsome in the face, but he don't have a car. He still live with his sister. All of this shit is wrong with him. But I just want to fuck him so bad. I'm gonna change his life and I'm gonna take him to Jamaica. Black men do that to women every day. She got 3 kids. Her ass fat, but she don't got no car. She live with her cousin, but her cousin gonna watch the kids this weekend, and she said she gonna go to Jamaica with me, and she got a fat ass. Is that not the truth?
Nah, you're right. I give you that.
So therefore, men need to step up as men of the requirements of what they allow and what they accept and what is okay. A woman.
And when when he said that, was some of those, sometimes I be wishing like, damn, when I was like, damn, well, sometimes when you were younger, you kind of wish you could hear like these little different little sayings like on YouTube or whatever. Because after you get older and you actually experience life, and that's why when you hear it, you kind of like, damn, he kind of preaching. And he absolutely right. Niggas don't care. Like if a woman could literally just, if she look good enough or she fat as hell or whatever the case may be, a nigga don't care what type of baggage she have or what she going, with her hard spell she may be going through life. A nigga will willing to fly you out or do whatever just to get some cheeks. Where for a nigga, if you ain't up to par, you kind of got to almost literally, you kind of can't even date or even shoot your shot because you kind of know you a piss creek. You got to get your life together. Where a woman could literally, she look good enough that niggas are still horny when they see her. She can come as she is, and niggas got to take it for what it is.
That's your fault for not.
And I mean, that's what he said in the clip, though. He was just like, niggas need to up their standards on how they go at women because niggas do tolerate and put up with nothing just because they so horny.
I mean, well, I feel like women do it too, but I feel like men do it, like you said, more often.
You ain't about to fly. It's not how many women you think out here realistically, just as soon as they see a nigga, they willing to fly him out.
Oh, as soon as they meet him, like, no.
But but you gotta think about it, as a woman, it's niggas out here like that all day long.
They need to get some standards. Like, what can you say?
Because I think that's just the whole. What else can I get your attention? But I feel like that's how else can I get your attention? I feel like if I fly you out, you ain't gonna say no. If I just say, hey, can we have a no, but I'm just saying, but if a dude just say, hey, can we go to the movies? Nah, I don't want to do that. Like I gotta stand out the most.
If you come at somebody with money, if you lead with your money, then that's what they're gonna expect.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. For me to get your attention, I have to put the best foot forward.
Well, then that may be based on the people that you're attracting, because you don't have to present the bag all the time to a woman. You could just say, hey, let's go do this or let's go do that. You don't have to say, hey, let me fly you out.
Yeah, but nowadays.
So when you start doing it, don't get mad when it's expected. I'm not saying start low, but I mean, you don't always have to lead with your money.
I mean, that part like I said, that part it kind of get a little bit tricky. You kind of just got to figure it out. But I do totally agree with what he was saying. But I do, man, where's my girl at?
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to 2 men, what makes a man a man? Like what? You understand what I'm saying? Like what makes you a man?
I don't know, because I guess what will be the. I guess in what form, like what will be the question, like how, in what form are you saying? And I guess it depends on who you asking, because I don't necessarily know.
So in a relationship, what makes a man a man? Like, they have gender roles, like, oh, the man does this, the woman does that. What is like basic man instinct?
I guess like let's just say start at the lowest thing. I guess to me, first thing, like taking somebody's trash out. Like even if it's your first time going over a girl house and you literally, even if it could literally just be off of just, you may not never even go to her house ever again. But if you see like she need to get her trash taken out, you ask her like, hey, you want me to take this out for you? To me, that just like is the bare minimum. Just starting off of like common courtesy and common decency. Like if you just literally about to walk into her house, and that could be just for niggas listening right now, and it's your first time going over this girl house, something that kind of could almost like throw you an alley-oop to get some pussy that night is just to offer to take her trash out. Because 9 times out of 10, the first time you going over a woman's house, and if it's not a nigga over there consistently, she gonna 9 times out of 10 need her trash taken out. I don't never know why that is, but I have literally almost feel like every time I've been in a woman's house and if she really not fucking for real, 9 times out of 10, first time you come to her house, she need her trash taken out. I don't know why that is, but I mean, that's the thing. I don't know. Cause it's like
everybody got different.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily know I can't even, the crazy thing is I couldn't tell you what makes a man in a relationship, because I feel like if y'all married, it's different. Like, and I guess it depends on the woman you dating too, because if there's somebody who just needs you to kind of show up just to fuck and just be a warm body, then that's it. So I think it almost depends on what this woman actually needs. Like, do she need you to change her tires? Do she need you to pump her gas? Like, I don't get it twisted. It's women out here who need all of those things. So those things can make you a man. But then there's some women who may not never need you to put no gas in her car. May never need you to change a tire or any. Like, I think just realistically, I think
it's based on each person's needs.
Yeah, on their needs, on what they actually are. Because we'll say if I can sit here and say, oh, I change your tires, I do all that, but you don't need none of that stuff. So will I still be a man to you?
Mm-hmm. So, but okay, so like financially, let's just say financially, if you see a woman is struggling and you don't help, does that make?
I mean, I get it. Like, how would you know if she's struggling? Because if she ain't coming out saying nothing, would you know that she's struggling?
Yeah, you know she's struggling.
How?
Y'all are in a relationship, so like y'all have come into a relationship and created bills.
But you don't always disclose everything that you know what I'm saying? I feel like that, especially in the early age or early dating stage, you're not disclosing every bill or every habit you got. So you might, let's say, you know, oh, damn, I am paying this betting, you know, my gambling debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not disclose that. I might not want to tell you that. And especially if we just starting to talk. I'm not going to tell you, yeah, I do got a bad gambling problem. I owe some people. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to disclose that type of stuff. So some things I feel like you might keep under tuck. You might not mention everything. You know what I'm saying? How you struggle. Oh, damn, I am helping my cousin pay, you know, his bills, and I'm doing that. You're not going to expose that, especially at the beginning.
And I think it just depends on how much you actually like the person too. Because it's just like, and I be trying to be very careful, like when I speak now, because it's like when I was younger, like nigga, but I wouldn't even recommend some of those things. Like I wouldn't necessarily say that's being a man, because some of those things I regret, because you can go 95 going north, tricking like it's no tomorrow. You ain't got to pay a bill. I don't care if you work. I just want you to be in the house fucking and cleaning. And then realistically, dude, after that shit all said and done, was it worth it? Like, you did all that shit, but did that really make you a man? Or did that shit just make you a goofy ass simp? Because you can live with it. Trust and believe. It's a lot of, I'm sure, listen to him say, I know for a fact it's a lot of men, especially when you were younger, if the right woman caught you head over heels for her, it's a lot of niggas who will live with a lot of regrets that some people would sit here and say, no, this is what makes you a man. But I may look at it like, nigga, I live with regrets for a lot of that shit that people will sit here and pat themselves on the back and be like, oh yeah, I'm a man for that. And you be like, damn, why the fuck did I do that stupid shit? Like, what did I really get out of that? Oh yeah, I paid all your bills. I flew you out of here. I done took you to this concert. I done all this, that. And okay, what did I get out of this for real? Some pussy? I could have eliminated a lot of that shit and just pay for a prostitute. And it would have been way cheaper. So it's like, that's why I said, when you say what makes somebody a man, I think that shit it's almost a trick question, because like the material shit, do that shit really make you a man? Because I could look at it like, to be honest, a lot of women that I may lust over a woman right now on social media and be like, okay, but she's super heavy on materialistic shit. Then maybe like shit, I'm like 9 times out of 10, most girls who super on materialistic shit, they don't never be in no real long-term relationship. Like their window probably be like a 2-year window, if that, in that relationship, because realistically, after a while, a nigga gonna get just tired, because it's like, all right, this pussy being the same, ain't nothing kind of different. Where it's like, and if I'm just paying for shit, Like, I'm helping you with all the bills. I'm paying for all the trips I'm doing. Like, it's literally whatever you sitting here saying, like in your mind, you thinking, okay, this is what makes a man a man. Think about how many of niggas just eventually like, all right, I'm cool. I'm done with this. Like, I'm tired of being a man then. If that's what's going to check me off the box on every box of being a man, you can watch how many women who can get those type of men, but why it never lasts.
Okay, so basically, shouldn't a man should be a provider, right? Now, maybe not 100%. You can do 50-50, whatever works for you. But at the end of the day, the man should be wanting to be a provider. He should be wanting to get out and do what he got to do to make sure bills are paid.
Yeah. But then I think I guess my question will even kind of when we talking about just last week when we were talking about Cash Doll, talking about Joy Chavez, whoever, then it will kind of make it be like, what do you value long-term relationship wise? Because it's cool. Like, I think, bills and stuff, most of the stuff you talking about, that's just regular adult stuff. But then when you kind of put in like, this nigga don't have no moral principles, like, all right, I don't have no type of relationship with God. I don't go to the gym. My relationship with my family is rocky as hell. Like, is any of those things, will you think this man long-term is still gonna be a good man for you just because he can pay some bills? Because he showed them to me, those other things should be bigger red flags. The nigga don't got no type of relationship with God. This nigga don't work out. This nigga he don't fuck with his family. So where do you see some real stability with this man besides he could pay some bills?
Because that's how, like I said, if you don't pay attention from the beginning, what you see as you might consider a red flag, well, damn, he don't talk to his mother. He don't even say nothing about it. He don't visit his mother. Now, how if he treat his mother like that, what makes him not going to treat me like that? And if you don't pay attention, you don't pay attention to those, you look over those things, you might think, oh, he cussed out his mother. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think that shit is cute. Why wouldn't he do it to you? And if you looked over that, you can't expect him to change now because he was doing that from the beginning.
Okay.
All right, but I guess we can kind of keep it on the woman and men thing. I do just like sometimes the greatest thing, maybe it was, what was that, like 3 weeks ago when it was just me and you and here, Eric, and we was recording, and I told you, how are women going to be able to kind of keep up when the BBL shit go out of the window and the WNBA bodies become the new thing? Shout out to Dream Doll, because Dream Doll, I do think Dream Doll is a very good rapper. She make good songs. I don't think she's consistent enough with her music, but she helped kind of open Pandora's box of I Told You So records. I told you, I kind of see it because that's why one of the reasons why I like to stay on social media and just pay attention to people's behaviors, read people's thoughts. And I told you it was coming. And now she kind of ushered in the conversation. I've seen a lot of women trying to troll her, like, oh, you ain't got your body done because it's a trend. Like, y'all, it's cool. You can lie to yourself and say y'all didn't get your body done because it's a trend. I respect Dream Doll for keeping it a buck, because a lot of women in the comment section, y'all living lies. You're lying to yourself. You're saying you got your body done, but when all the popular girls are not the BBL girls no more, and they are the 90s version or the athletic fine straight up and down, then what you gonna do? Because if you think niggas is still, because niggas is still groupies, niggas is still gonna be fanning over over those popular girls. So if they take out the BBLs like Black China did, now it's gonna be a bunch of hood boogers with BBLs. You think niggas gonna still be checking for the BBLs? But and we'll see. Now 9 times out of 10, we talk about after I play this clip because I ain't gonna drag it.
When I got surgery, and I'm like want to transition back to my natural body. Like,
oh, what now?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's going out of fashion?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So how will you go back then?
Well, I did a butt reduction.
Oh,
so
how did you do that?
Just lipo in your butt.
What, they just take it all out?
They just lipo it.
Oh.
But it's a process. It's level. I feel like natural bodies are more in slim, thick. I feel like that is like what's in right now.
But then so naturally, are you you're slim, thick, right?
No ass at all.
That's me. That is me. I was gonna say that was me.
I wish I could have like my A cups back, like so bad, but it's just.
But why though?
Because I miss little boobs. It be hurting your back and stuff, but also it's just like nothing fits. All my stuff has to be custom tailored. Any jean got to be taken in. It's a lot of maintenance. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired, and I'm tired of seeing it. If I would have knew what I knew now, I would have never done it. I went and got surgery, and I'm like want to transition back to my natural.
So listen to what I said. I told y'all this. Maybe this was like, I think like 3 weeks ago now, maybe a month ago. When I told y'all, I could see it coming because it's just realistically. Niggas, everybody got tired of it and nobody don't want to keep it a buck. I think because so many people again, that's why I said last week, I think we got to find a clever way to bring back shaming because people just don't want to be honest. The shit looks stupid now. When you can kind of just see regular hood bras and they got BBLs and they still living in the projects, like, bro, the shit has no allure to it no more. It doesn't hit hard like it used to when you only seen it once in a blue moon. When you can literally see it, if I'm outside long enough, if I see fucking 40 girls and out of the 40, 15 of them got a BBL, bro, the shit just don't hit the same no more. So not having your natural body in this, when you see people like the Megs, when Meg looks super smaller now, Ice Spice looks super smaller now, where it's like, bro, one is, I mean, and of course people can sit here and say, well, skinny people can be unhealthy too. Yeah, they can, but I don't necessarily know unless they just like, and when you see, so let's be honest. When you see people like, I'm not gonna say skinny where it's like the Ozempic shit, but if you actually go into the gym and you become skinny, I think you're gonna be realistically, you'll be more healthier and more in shape unless you got like a bad smoking and drinking problem. Because yeah, of course, both of my grandfathers were skinny as hell, but both of them niggas smoked cigarettes all day long and drunk beer all fucking day. So is that still, yeah, you're skinny, but you're still unhealthy as shit. But we're talking about you eliminate all the poisonous stuff and you actually taking care of your body. I just think realistically, it's just a more healthier thing. And of course, it's way easier to buy clothes. Even if you talking about if you're a man and you working out, if you get super swole, it's just as bad as just being fat because now you have to buy bigger clothes. Yeah, you in shape, but you strong as shit and not walking around like The Rock. The Rock can't just go in H&M and go buy a goddamn t-shirt. I mean, of course, he The Rock, so he don't got to go to H&M, but just imagine if you a nigga the same size as The Rock and you ain't got The Rock money. You talk about that. We talked about that, what, last week? If you imagine if you're 7 feet tall and you don't play in the NBA and you still got to buy 7 feet tall nigga clothes. Or you got to buy 7 feet tall nigga shoes. So just imagine for some of the girls, like I said, and it's a little bit different for Dream Doll. And that's why I felt like people were being disingenuous in the comment section. Bro, Dream Doll is a beautiful woman. She could be bony as hell. She's still a beautiful woman. The same way when people talk about Coi Leray, like, bro, and I seen her, and let's be clear, Coi Leray was gonna get her smoke back because she was just like, damn, it's crazy. Just a couple of months ago or a year ago, y'all was clowning me about being too skinny. Now everybody want to be skinny again. But it's just, dog, and I think really, and I've said this before, when we talked about Batman Kelvo, I just think people have to be honest. It's a lot of people, especially because you look at social media and you look at so many people, it helps add to your body dysmorphia. And that's man or woman. And like I said, I think a lot of men won't be honest with the conversation, but I do think a lot of women got to even start using those, the same way people want to keep using the word mental health or whatever. Use that when you're talking about these body shit. Just be like, bro, I got body dysmorphia. I used to like to look, and I mean, she kind of said it without using the word, but I think you have to introduce that word the same way people introduce mental health, because it's just you got to be honest. Like, bro, okay, sometimes I look at the mirror and I just don't like the way I look. Sometimes you want to look stronger. Sometimes you want to look skinnier. For women, it's sometimes I did want the BBL. I wanted the big titties. I got it, and this shit just really got annoying after a while. And I just respect her for being honest. Like, bro, I did wanted it one time. I don't want it no more. But I seen people try to say, oh, you'd mess with your body because it was trendy. No, everybody did it. Some people did it healthier, some people didn't. But think about all the girls like the earlier, like the Black Chinas or the K Michelle's. And I respect somebody like K Michelle, kept it a buck. Like, I got butt injections. I ain't even go to the out of the country and get my body actually done. I literally went in somebody's hotel room and they shot whatever in my butt.
It's crazy.
But it's a lot of girls who did it.
Yeah.
K Michelle was just honest enough to sit here and say it. And I hate when people get in the comment section and they try to sit here because these celebrities are bold enough to be honest and keep it a buck with what they did and what now that they don't like it. But people trying to sit here and be like, oh, who do body stuff for trendy? All of y'all did it. The same way y'all running gonna get lip injections now. The fuck are you talking about? You done had these lips for 30 fucking years. Now you went and got your lips done. Like, what are we talking about, dog? Everybody do it. You're not about to tell me that's not trendy. The same way I told y'all, what was it? Maybe a year ago with the fucking braces.
Veneers.
No, braces. Niggas, you fucking 30-some years old with braces. Like, what type of silly kid shit is that? The fuck are you talking about, dog? You've been on this earth with 30 years with fucked up teeth. Now you trying to fix your teeth. Like, what the fuck? Come on, dog. Stop. Like, I get it. Like I said, I respect people who can be honest. Be honest with your insecurities. Be honest with your body dysmorphia. I shout out to Dream Doll for being a real nigga. To me, that was some real nigga shit that she did and having the balls just to say it. And I ain't mad for Coi Leray for fucking spiking the fucking football. Like, hey, y'all been giving me shit this whole time for being built like a little boy. Now all of y'all want y'all fucking body, the skinny bodies again. I ain't mad at Coi Leray. Like, get it off. Get your shit off. Because you've definitely been the odd man out for years. Now a lot of the other girls are getting small. And I'm just glad I called it. I'm glad I called it weeks before y'all heard a fucking popular Instagram girl tell y'all that shit is over. Shout out to all the girls in the hood gonna be stuck with them fucking BBLs though. Because I know you ain't got enough money to take that shit out or fix it. Or you're not gonna go to the gym and fix it neither. So you stuck with that shit.
Would you?
What?
Would you take it out if you was one of them?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you actually got it for. Like, if you actually just always wanted a big butt or whatever the case may be, or you feel like I guess, but I don't necessarily know if it's still going to grab the attention like motherfuckers thought it was going to be. Like, perfect example, look at that Kaiser girl, the fucking Jalen Brown. Like, bro, she's skinny as hell, but she's just beautiful. Yeah. That nigga tricked a crazy bag on her. Like, nigga, that birthday joke, I was just like, yeah. And the crazy thing is, again, y'all know anytime I could just find a dog, you got to give Angel Reese some credit because nobody knew who this girl was. She literally just got her ass beat a year ago, and none of us knew who she was. We all heard the story and didn't even know who she was. Didn't even care who she was. We didn't care until she became, this is her fucking Instagram TikTok buddy on her new basketball team. And now she got fucking tricked on by Jalen Brown. Spent the damn shout outs to Jalen Brown. And that's not even tricking when this nigga's got a $330 million goddamn contract. Like, this, bro, this shit is nothing to him. Like, that shit is nothing to him. And that's why I can't even, like, when I seen the Shade Room pick it up, I was like, I know I said I wanted the Shade Room to cover the WNBA girls, but please, bro, stop. Like, don't sit here and be like, look at Jalen Brown tricking. He's not tricking, bro. That's not tricking to him. That's like his version of taking somebody to McDonald's, bro. Like, Jalen Brown bread is like endless at this point. Like, he playing with a different type of, like, that's not tricking for him, dog. Like, that don't count. Like, don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't go into La La Land. Like, we got to start keeping it a buck a little bit more. That like literally ain't nothing for Jalen Brown. Let's be serious. Oh man, where I want to go? While we kind of in between shenanigans. I'm gonna go to baddies real quick. Matter of fact, I did sit here and say, I don't want to play this clip. Is it? Oh, they ain't even got it. I thought they had it. Thank God they ain't got it. I don't want to play that shit. But put the, hey, I gotta play this clip from this baddie shit. Where is these? Baddies.
Shit you sent me?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Where is that, Jonah? And matter of fact, shout out to what I'm looking for. Shout out to Sukihana, dog.
You still get this. Come on. Yeah. Y'all know who the fuck the bad. They said they want to go get that bitch. Percolate. Hey, hold this.
Okay, the sound ain't gonna do this no justice, but dog, it was a video that's floating around on social media of some behind the scenes for one of them baddie shows, dog. And these bras was I'm talking about brawling all out, goddamn fisticuffs brawling, like literally standing on the table. One girl was half naked twerking, the other girls were like, dog, man, this is one of the reasons. Like, when I seen
how much they got to pay you to work that.
Didn't the security guard didn't have to do nothing. Shit, you could pay me whatever the regular security rate, $150 for however long. I'm cool with that because they ain't
still doing a lot of work though.
Nigga, they didn't break up no fights.
They wasn't breaking up no fights, but they was doing stuff like you ain't
let the fight get out of control when somebody actually got to go to the hospital, but they was letting them fight.
Chairs and all that shit. Like that man, I don't know. I'm sorry.
But real quick before and that when I watched this baddies joint, it was like, and I was just trolling a homegirl of mine. I was like, y'all so lucky that Joe Biden stepped down, so I can't play with the Trump stuff no more. But I seen this, and that's why I always keep saying you gotta sit here and take a firm stance with just voting for Kamala, because that's just it. Like, when I see stuff like that, when I see this it's literally look like hundreds and thousands of girls literally trying to get on this baddie show, and I'm talking about all types of different body sizes, colors, whatever the case may be. It's just like, bro, what the hell?
So what is voting for Kamala going to do for that?
You got to start to make other stuff cool, like debate for younger women to be able to see there are other things to obtain instead of trying to be on baddies. And that's one of the reasons why I'm heavy on promoting the WNBA, because I want the young, like, of course, the women in their 30s and maybe some of the late 20s, they already, whatever their mind is already made up. That generation or that 10-year gap of women, it's already shot. And I even make it a little bit long. So like women from like 25 to like 45, their brains is where they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. You kind of can't change what they see or whatever the case may be, but you can still make other things cooler with like just highlighting the dream doll, sitting here saying, all right, the BBLs is corny, let's get rid of them, let's go back to our natural bodies, let's promoting the women in WNBA. So now if I can sit here and get more little girls that think, oh cool, I can play basketball and still be pretty, and I don't have to go be on baddies, and I can still get a bunch of Instagram followers, I'd rather promote that than sit here and say the bar is, and I kind of don't want to use her, but I guess I gotta use her, is Sukihana or fucking Jocelyn or Amber Rose. Or what's the girl, Rolly? What's the other? I don't know all the girls' names, or fucking Bad Baby. All of those just miscellaneous people. Like, why are these people even celebrities? Because they don't have no real talent.
But that's kind of what's being pushed.
So that's my point of why I'm sitting here saying, well, you gotta sit here. People need to use their platforms, and that's even for somebody like myself. It's like you gotta start using your platform to highlight the Kamala Harris's, the Angel Reese's, the fucking Juju Watkins, like other stuff that actually takes a real skill, even an educational skill when we talk about Kamala Harris, or a actual athletic skill when we talking about Angel Reese or the Juju Watkinses or the Asia Wilsons. Like this is an actual skill. Or even if you want to go back to rapping, I'm going to sit here and I'd rather highlight Lotto and Meg, motherfuckers who actually can rap, or even actually make a good song like Glorilla, where it's just not some piss poor because I'm just a shit show for a person, Sexy Red or fucking Sukihana. And guess what? Even with the Sexy Red, I told you I was over for her. Well, guess shout outs to me because I knew I was right again about something else. She had to go run and get Kodak Black. God damn, this bitch got like 10 niggas on the tour with her because nobody don't want to see that shit no more. Like, it's cool for an Instagram joke, but you talking about now, all right, yeah, the first time you went on tour in a small venue, cool, niggas was gonna fuck with it. But you can't come right back a year later and you think niggas want to come and see you on tour again. Ain't no way in hell. So, like, I like to say when I'm right, but that's why I'm sitting here saying is like, we have to start to, we can't just sit here and watch stuff and complain and be like, damn, this is what they pushing, because then I will sit here and say to myself, is like, and I've been saying this to myself all weekend, I was like, what part are you playing in help just continuously pushing the narrative? Because it's like, of course, people, you got to find the balance of, all right, people still want to be entertained, but you still got to sit here and be like, all right, we're going to talk about the bullshit with the balloon popping and this, that, and third, but don't forget to go vote for Kamala. Because you can't sit here and look, like, I look at niggas even now where it's like, they thinking it's a cool thing for a hot take, like even with Sway Lee. Like, nigga, you don't even have a fucking song that nobody listening to. You think I give a fuck about what you telling me to vote for? Like, nigga, let's keep it a buck. You haven't had a song probably in like damn near 7 years. When does that fucking Unforgettable song came out? Because I seen First Montana trolling too. He had one of them fucking Trump people in the studio with him. When was this song came out? So we can kill two birds with one stone with both of these goofy ass niggas. Like, French Montana.
They might have recently just had
2017. So you haven't had a song, and you talking about what's that? Shit, we almost 3 months. It's like 7 years. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You can't tell me who to vote for, nigga. You haven't made a song that nobody give a fuck about in 7 years. Keep your voting opinions to yourself. I don't care, especially if you're not champion Kamala, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me nothing, no other silly shit if you ain't champion her. I don't play the shit when it comes to supporting black women where we kind of just like making it a joke. And I even seen people, where I think he said, and people was in the comment section like, well, who gonna vote for her just because she black? Me, nigga. Trust and believe. I was with whatever the shenanigans and the bullshit y'all wanted to say, the reason to go vote for Trump before it was Kamala Harris, I was cool with it. I get it. Trust and believe. I hate how high the gas prices is. I hate how high everything is in the grocery store. But if you got to ask me if I'm it's a difference between if you telling me to choose between two white men and choosing between a white man and a black man. Sorry, I mean a black woman. Sorry, I ain't gonna do it, dog. Ain't no way in hell. It's not gonna happen. Like, that shit to me is just corny. When I see niggas even trying to play like you want to troll with it, that shit is corny to me. Like, I can't do that. Like, that's something that I can't do because I know for a fact, what are we going to continuously show the generation out there? Like, we can't complain. Like, I even seen a video, it was a football team and it was going viral and they were coming out to the Boss Man D-Lo Jones. They was rapping, I believe it's Boss Man D-Lo, ESPN Jones, and they rapping it word for word. And I was kind of like, I was on the fence with it because I'm like, I don't know if it's, oh, you can't. Yeah, but it's the Boss Man D-Lo, ESPN Jones. It was literally, maybe this football team looked like it was like 7U. Like, none of the little boys look like they could have been over 7, maybe 8, if that.
Maybe 9.
Okay, maybe 9. Yeah. I don't even think it's 9 because most of these niggas wasn't even like, I'm just looking at the height when they coming up to the coach, like most of them coming up to like their stomach. So it was just still, but they was as a unit, as a group, a bunch of kids, they were literally coming out. He was getting them hype. And it's football. So it's like, I kind of felt like a hypocrite. Like, do I draw the line when we talking about music when you playing football? Because football, let's be clear, it's a violent sport. I don't care what age. When you put a helmet and shoulder pads on, somebody can get hurt. So I'm like, it's kind of like, can you really be mad? You trying to get your team riled up for a football game and they get, I was like, damn, they in unison that they can rap this brand new Boss Man D-Lo. This ESPN song been out for maybe like a month and some change, and they can rap this shit word for word. This is summertime too, of course. So it's like, but it's like, and I that's when I knew I was old. And sometimes you have to be okay where it's like, bro, I'm old. And I even just thought about that. And like, we're just thinking about creating episodes when it's like, sometimes it's okay to just, bro, be honest with your age and your audience, because most of the people who may be listening are close to your age or going to eventually be your age or may even be older. It don't matter. You kind of got to be honest with it because you can't just keep going chasing the kid shit. The conversations can't even just be too kiddie all the time because it's like, how do we ever expect it to be a change if we ain't the ones that's kind of like creating it? So I mean, I don't know. I know that's kind of like all over the place, but it was I guess in unison on why I say, bro, don't play when it comes to the vote and shit. Like because you never know. Like I always gonna sit here and say, what do y'all want the bar to be for your kids? If y'all want the bar to be sexy red for your daughters, then cool. Fuck them all of them. Fuck it. Let's we can turn up the sexy red. I'm gonna be older than I'm gonna be younger. So the time on earth, y'all got kids, I don't. So the time frame to what you want to keep, I guess, fucking pushing in for whatever. I mean, it's up to everybody who listening how y'all want to use your time while you're here on earth. You can kind of just look back and be like, well, I was the person who was like, yeah, let's keep championing sexy red instead of Kamala Harris. Because that's almost like the options that we got. Like I listen to what I say. I want to apologize for whatever weeks I ever played any clips of Candace on. Was like, bro. That's why when the politics shit is just almost as bad as religion. Like, bro, sometimes you got to stop. And that woman just like, she ain't gonna stop. She found her pocket, and her pocket is on white people, and she gonna troll. Like, I'm like, oh, you got it, gangster. I can't get down with that shit no more. Like, she pushed it too far. In other news, shout out to the people in the Olympics, because I guess when it was the 2021 when they was over in Tokyo, they were trying to ban sex, and they was trying to do it this year. They tried to make the beds as uncomfortable as possible when it came to the Olympics, where basically they were trying to say the beds could only hold one body, but then the Olympics gave in and they ended up passing out 3,000 condoms to the athletes. And I never thought that they was out there actually like,
hell yeah. I didn't think about that. Like when you think a bunch of people that niggas, everybody's, you know what I'm saying? They still humans. You think about, you got all these people in their different country, different walks of life. Let's just put you in there, for example, right? You see the Brazilian team, the volleyball Brazilian team. You not gonna try to holler?
But this is my thing. Where I'm with you. What you saying is, but I'm still looking at it now. Because before I watched any of those little documentaries on Netflix, I still kind of thought where it was like, when are you really gonna have time to have sex? Like, if you really there to win a gold medal, like if you're a bum ass country, then cool, and you wasn't expecting to win gold. But if I'm Simone Biles, imagine even if she wasn't married. I'm just talking about just how much pressure. Just what I just said when we first started this episode, and they kept talking about goat. Like, my nigga, I gotta win gold. When the fuck am I really gonna have energy to have sex?
Because you might be one of the ones that you only got one event. You only out there for one event, so you might be the first event up. So you go there, you won your gold medal. Now you there until the end of the week. Or whatever the case.
See, yeah, I didn't think about it like that. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, because how many of them? I mean, yes, you got some of them still training, still practicing before their events. But a lot of them, if I only came in for one event, or I only got two, mine was early and it's over fast. Shit.
Yeah, see, I didn't think about it. Like I said, I didn't think about it like that.
Because I want to say it's two different sessions. Like the first leg, and I think they ended up sending them home, and then it's the second leg where it's kind of, I guess like the second week or whatever. The rest of them, they bring them in.
Oh yeah,
I don't think everybody just stay out there the whole,
See, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Like, even like with basketball, how they got the prelim, whatever, and then they got the knockout round. It's kind of stretched out. But them other events, some of them just one time, one event, and then that's it.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't know that. And then again, and shout outs to Grindr. So Grindr cut off. They disabled the location for the Olympic athletes, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, niggas is really you trying to win gold, and y'all niggas is really out here on y'all horny man shit. Yeah. But I was telling my homegirl, because she was making it seem like so people wouldn't be able to like come up there and do nothing. I thought they cut off the locations because you don't want people to get robbed.
Right. Or fined. Or even, what I'm saying? Like people got different beliefs out there and all that shit. So just imagine if somebody, that's how like them serial killer shit start happening.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that, like, I didn't think of it where it was just like on some for just the link up. I was thinking of just like all the extra negative stuff that could happen. Like you said, like I didn't even think about the people who may just literally hate the LGBTQ community, so they just maybe on Grindr trying to find out where they living at. I didn't even think of it like that. I just thought about it like, damn, that's a cool way that niggas could rob you. It's like, okay, let me figure out where all the athletes stand at. Oh, this is where such and such. Like I was looking at it on that one, so I was like, damn, I'm not mad.
You gotta think about everybody not in the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like, especially like the NBA players, I don't think they're in the same villa as everybody else.
Of course,
you're gonna pay that money or whatever the case may be, put them up in a better place.
Yeah. What else?
Because I forgot who I think it was Carmelo or somebody said that. He was like, "Man, nigga, that ain't gonna stop nobody."
Yeah, I don't know.
Be willing to sign a prenup when you get married. Okay, this might sound crazy, but like, I don't want to be married legally. I just want a wedding, like the big wedding.
No, that's smart as hell.
Like,
no, it sounds crazy.
I don't. If that makes sense, like
Savage, feel you.
I just want to like have the experience, like the wedding, the big wedding, you know. But I don't want to sign no papers saying that we married because, for one, I don't want to go through the divorce process. Two, I'm not signing no prenup, and if like my money is my money and your money is your money, so like it shouldn't be, you know. I don't want to have it. I don't want like the courts to be involved, if that makes sense. Would you be willing to sign a prenup?
Sounds right.
So no, that shit sounds stupid to me. And the reason why I say it sounds stupid because, and this is why I sit here and say we gotta be careful with the words that we use. Because it's so much like, no, think about when we talk about prenups, bro. Prenups is for fucking celebrities.
No, you got some regular people got prenups.
No,
regular people got prenups.
For what?
What you mean? If you got a business, let's just say right now, like with you, let's just say, all right, the podcast making X whatever, blah blah blah. You done built it from the ground up.
Yeah, no, I get that, but just I get if that's what we're talking about. But I just feel like that conversation of what she's having and the way she's using it and even going into thinking about it, I feel like that's too loosey goosey, and I feel like that's just like no regular ass person to sit here and say, I don't want to get married because I don't want to sign a prenup. Like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying when we talk about like how certain things get pushed in certain wording. Why is that even in a regular ass person who go to work every day's mindset of talking about a prenup? And that shit is supposed to be used for niggas like Dr. Dre.
It's a lot of people that feel that way, and it's not necessary for her. It's the prenup, but for a lot of people, it's just the contract.
Yeah.
So the signing the contract, or you know what I'm saying, signing the marriage license, making it official. Because once you do that, it's no longer we can just leave what we leave. But you know what we came with.
So my question is, do you think is that going into a relationship? Almost, if we could tie it into sports, it's almost like you going into the Super Bowl thinking about losing instead of thinking about winning.
But do you also
when it comes to a prenup?
Yeah.
But then you also got to take in consideration. Let's just say, all right, let's just say you about to get married, right? And you do have a child, right? But everything been cool with you and you co-parenting, right? But then you go marry this girl, whatever she got. Let's say she, she's a lawyer, whatever. So y'all both about to come together. Your baby mother catch wind of it, and now she put you on child support. Y'all's marriage and everything, y'all both gonna have to pay for it. So now I can take. So that's what I'm saying. So you can kind of see what somebody want to say. Oh, I want to set this. I'm coming in with this. This all I'm coming with. I don't want to split it. Whatever we make together, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I say
I get all of that, but I still think. I mean, I get it. And with that part right there, what you said, I understand that. Of course, like if that's what you're trying to deduct. All right, cool. But then it's just like, okay, what if you sit here and say, let's just look at it on the high side. Let's say if it go perfectly well. Let's say you and this person been together for 40 years and now y'all both 85 and y'all done had kids or whatever. Let's say y'all done had multiple kids together now. Y'all done had like 3 kids and y'all never officially got married, and then one of y'all gets sick or something, and now you get left, one of y'all gets sick and pass away at like 85 years old, and y'all got kids, and y'all kids in maybe their 30s or their 40s at this point, and now the person that you've been doing life with for 30 something years get left with nothing, and the kid get everything because y'all sit here went in the mindset of thinking it wasn't gonna work, and you thought it was gonna be over in 2 years, and it end up lasting 35 fucking years or 40 something years. Y'all was married for 40 years, and one of y'all just got old and sick and end up passing, but y'all never got married. So now you don't own, y'all never was officially married. So you don't own, this person, that person you done built all this shit with is left with nothing now.
But you can do the wills, you can do the life insurance policy and stuff like that to include that person. And then in some states, if you're with somebody, living with somebody for a certain amount of years, already it's a common law marriage. No, nothing signed involved. So in a situation like that, then you're gonna be good. But I understand what you're saying. Sometimes you might feel like going into a sign of prenup is looking for, oh, it's gonna fail. And I used to think that way too. But then I've seen people go through divorces where it gets real nasty and you taking stuff, you know what I'm saying, trying to leave somebody with nothing.
Oh, for sure. Of course. I mean, and like I said, you can't, I guess, realistically, even going back into the original conversation, question you asked a few minutes ago, excuse me, like what makes a man, and that's why I just sit here and say sometimes, especially and why even with those relationship topics or anything, it's just like everything is case by case scenario, and then you just got to be careful on, again, when we talking about, when you ask me why do we want to push the Kamalas or pushing the WNBA, because it's like when I'm hearing like this girl look like maybe she in her 20s, like why the fuck are you even thinking like that in your 20s? I'm looking at her, she don't look like she got shit, and that could be me just placing judgment. I'm looking, she got a bad fucking weave in her head, and she just got a fucking like a dingy ass outfit on. You don't look like you got shit worth even going to a prenup for. So why even come into or even think about dating with that negative energy already? Like you're coming into, probably not even in a relationship right now, but you're already using, and of course what they say, the tongue is a powerful thing. Like the energy that you putting out there, she's already carrying, manifesting negative shit at a young age. That's what I'm saying here, saying like I get what y'all saying. Like, of course, it's some people, and I think when we had these conversations, again, why I say everything is case by case scenario. When you're talking about the doctors and the lawyers, or you're talking about the basketball players or the football players, these people are the elite. These are in the 1% of people. Yeah, so these people can talk about it. We talking about regular working class people who may be living paycheck to paycheck. Why the fuck am I even thinking about a prenup? I don't got shit for you, dog. What are you going to take? Ain't nothing for you to take. I don't own shit.
So let me ask you this, and I saw this scenario, and I'm glad we talking about this right now. So let's say you're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a child and she has a child. Both of y'all kids are in high school. So at the beginning, you made a deal with your, hey, if you get straight A's, I'll buy you whatever car you want, right? Mm-hmm. So your child gets straight A's all through school, right? And about to graduate. Now, of course, her kid, she's doing whatever the case, doing all right. But when it comes down to the graduation, you just saved up, maybe let's say you saved up $25,000. To put down for her car, whatever, right? But your wife, son, or whatever has a problem not getting into the school, or like you need to pay for tuition. So do you feel as you supposed to do what you hold up to your deal with your child and get her the new car, or help your spouse with her kid getting him into school? Because you made that promise at the beginning.
I guess to me, it just depends on how long y'all been in a relationship together and why these conversations weren't had. The same way you made that promise to your kid, why wasn't that conversation had with the other kid? Because I can even tie it in where you can take that from out of just shit, take it out of stepkids or whatever the case may be. You can put it into regular shit. Like you went to college and I didn't. And because guess what? In school, you were a better student than I was. When I graduated from high school, my mother told me off the rip, I'm not wasting my money to send you to college. Nigga, you didn't want to go do shit what you supposed to in high school. That's not, I don't even think that don't have to be a step parent or fucking whatever. You got to have these conversations with your kid. Period. Like if you to the point where you've been in y'all been in a relationship long enough, let's say if y'all been in a relationship for 5 years, so that means you've been with this person since their kid was in middle school all the way through high school. You should have had some conversation with that other child just the same way you promised your kid a car. Because if you're sitting here saying, now I got to scramble to get money to put you to school, then guess what your ass need to do? I'm going to still buy my kid that fucking car and your ass going to community college. I'm not about to sit here and bust my ass and sit here and try to put you through college and you were struggling in high school. That shit don't make sense. So now we all gonna be in fucking debt because you didn't want to do what you were supposed to in high school. And that's, again, when we talk about parenting and having conversations, you got to have the tough conversation with the kid that don't do shit in school. My mother I'm not about to, guess what I'm not going to do? You can do whatever you want. We'll figure out which I'll send you to fucking HVAC school, plumbing school, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not taking out no fucking loan to send you to college and you didn't want to do shit in high school. It's not happening, dog. And I got to respect that. You can't, like, what the fuck was I supposed to say? Because that was the God honest truth. You wanted her to lie to me and go waste her fucking money? Like, that wouldn't have made sense. Sometimes you got to be honest with what type of kids you actually raising. You can't sit here and just be like, oh, we're going to play it until now the motherfucker graduate and trying to figure out what college they're going to go to, but they've been a fucking D student the whole way through high school. Like, what sense do that make? Young Miami, real quick, just because I did see people, and again, one of those, I told you I'm right. So Young Miami put out a snippet of a song that she previewing, and people was in a comment section saying it was trash, and she was like, it's crazy that y'all gonna draw the line with me. My personal point with Young Miami, we drew the line with you because it was the Diddy shit. And most people just don't want to keep it a buck in the comment section to tell you that, and they try to say your music is trash. Because I feel like just put the music out. My bar for you or some of these other girls, I ain't no bar for y'all. Like, just put your shit out. But I just think people over you because where Young Miami went wrong is you just got you were the newest act to Diddy. You were the closest new thing to Diddy. You built your brand around Diddy. People are cool. Like, nigga, don't they? And it ain't just you, nigga. His son, ain't nobody listening to his son music. The fuck you talking about? His son putting out endless music. And the only people that post it is the Shade Room. The only people that post King Combs is the Shade Room. That's it. And that's the same people who gonna post Young Miami bullshit. Like, bro, no, it's cool. Nobody don't want to hear that shit from none of y'all. Y'all as a family, take yourself and get the fuck on somewhere. But with the shit I was saying, I wanted to tell y'all I was right about when I sit here and told you the way people sit here and judge Lotto and fucking Ice Spice is completely different from the way they fucking judge JT. Lotto put out a fucking video, a trailer for her album. Her album coming out is called Honey. What is it? Honey Iced Tea or something like that. And it comes out August 9th. And she put out a trailer. She redid Atlanta. She had T.I. in the video and all that, but she's from Atlanta. So she just redid the scene like with Lala. And I seen people, oh, you can't come up with, and let's be clear, I do think a lot of people like Lotto. So it was people in the comment section defending her, but it was so many people saying, oh, you don't come up with nothing original. And people was like, bro, this movie old as shit. This movie almost damn near like 20 some years old. What the fuck are you talking about not original? Like, nigga, this movie ain't hot right now. Who the fuck is thinking about Atlanta? She is, because she's from there. So she recreated it. And then and that's why I tell people sometimes you just got to slow down and watch, bro. Atlanta rap for me. We talked about it on here before. Like, it ain't even no other female rapper from there ever that people champion. Like, bro, the Atlanta people champion this girl. I watched her do Birthday Bash and she closed the shit and she brought out every iconic person from Atlanta. Nigga, she had a whole Usher set. Usher ain't just coming out for any and every fucking body. And that's why even when people were sitting here saying, why did she do the BET Awards? I'm like, bro, that's why I don't like some people. I don't fuck with y'all opinions because I just know y'all you don't do enough research to give your opinion. And that's not even just for just random people in the comment section. That's even for the biggest motherfuckers who podcast or radio, whatever the case may be. Atlanta really fuck with Lotto. So for people to sit here and try to give her a heart, like that fucking trailer was fire, dog. And I'm not even saying that because I'm a Lotto fan. I'm saying that even the nigga that he had do the voiceover, I want to play it, but it's just, she had too much music playing on the shit, so you can't do it. But dog, that shit was tight. But I was like, I said, dog, God be in my favor and be like, here go another alley-oop to make you fucking just hitting a goddamn, I don't know what, I wish I knew the baseball terms for a fucking perfect outing, pitching a perfect game, but nigga, I swear to God, oh yeah, no hitter. Because this nigga be throwing me endless no hitters to prove that I be knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. And the rest of you niggas are just stupid as shit. I knew how niggas judge Lotto. I know how people judge Ice Spice. I almost didn't listen to Ice Spice shit because I was seeing so many people in the comment section to trash it. And I said, there's no way in hell, the same way I thought about Tyler Perry, I cannot give my opinion without honestly giving this girl a listen. And I'm glad I listened to Ice Spice shit because like I said, she had them 3 songs I really liked a lot. And I know for a fact this Lotto album going to slap because this bitch really can rap, dog. She can rap for real. She rap like a nigga. Like, we got to stop. And that's why I swear to God, and it's my fault sometimes, of course, I get upset about some of this shit because I should never look in the Shade Room or the Neighborhood Talk for real opinions on rap music. It's just never going to happen there. But it just happened because I just like to sit here and point out, call a spade because I just know how people judge them because they are pretty. It's some shit. And I don't, like I said, I don't know what it is, but I don't know what it is, but I'm going to figure out what is the real science and math behind the hate that women be having for women that may have like an actual skill or just an elite level of pretty. Did you know that I can't luck up on this shit? Because it's easy to luck up on dirty shit like the Sexy Red. And I hate that I always got to use Sexy Red for example, but that is where the bars in hell, where she's the easiest thing to fucking show because that's the bullshit that people will rather champion. You would rather sit here and like, Sexy Red keep making these bops and she doesn't know the fuck she don't. Like, stop, dog. The shit was silly and it was happy for a minute. Like, bro, let's cut the jokes. Like, let's call a spade. She know, and that's the difference between y'all control Meg and say whatever. Meg can actually sell hard tickets, and fucking Sexy Red is literally gonna have to have a million man's march worth of fucking artists to perform with her to actually sell a ticket. And that's the difference, dog. Like, that trolling shit and those bad hot takes up under the comment section on the Shade Room don't mean shit for a lot of these rappers when actual motherfuckers got talent like Meg Thee Stallion and like the Lottos. So, like, but I just knew it was going to happen. I was so happy that she put it out. And I just like, I got to read these comments. I can't help myself. So I did. And I'm glad I read them. And just to prove my point of what I told y'all last week, I know how niggas be. And they be dragging. And then shout out to the DMV. They doing the DMV. They did the DMV takeover in Miami. I want to show you this picture, Erica. So, I sent it to Marcus and I sent it to a homegirl of mine. And a homegirl of mine got mad because she's like, "Why you keep sending me all these nasty ass bitches?" Because it's just like. But I want to show you this picture of this girl with her bare ass out in Miami, sitting on a pool, on a public pool, just so you can see it. So because I know sometimes it may seem like I'm just sitting here saying crazy shit, just like what y'all be like, well, what be on your timeline? How do you see some of this stuff, bro? It be happening. I just maybe follow just enough regular people so I could just get the temperature of what be going on. And bro,
send me this shit. What the fuck is this?
But I sent it just so because you always ask me when you see him, be like, oh, how you be seeing this shit? I don't never see this shit on my timeline. So I wanted y'all to see what I be seeing on my timeline, so it just don't sound like I'm some crazy ass nigga just making up stories just to say on the podcast, because this shit really be happening.
What's the caption? Is she captioning it like?
And that's what I kept. I'm like, well, why did he say? Because I was confused because I only seen that picture first. I
The caption wasn't nothing crazy. The caption was kind of just regular.
That's
shit.
what I said when I seen it. I'm like,
but it was still like, bro, like your whole bare ass just out.
She got a G-string on.
Nigga, but you could barely see it. Like that shit look like her ass was out. That don't look like no G-string.
Yeah, because she got the little name joint.
Nigga, that's a lot, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a lot.
And she pulled it up just so you can see it.
Nigga, that's crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. Like,
she wants some comments, some likes, looking for attention.
How many likes it got?
Nigga, she got her likes off. She got, it's 361 people liked it. Only 5 people left a comment. I'm sure niggas was in the DM though, because that's one of them pictures you can't comment on.
Why not? Why you can't?
Because you know other people gonna see it, and you don't want to look like the thirsty nigga on the timeline. You know niggas gonna see that, because people. That's the first. Because guess what's the first thing y'all just asked you? So you know people gonna want to see who liked this shit and who commented on this shit. So you can like it, but you cannot comment on no shit like that. Like, it's nowhere in hell you can comment on no picture like that.
You can. Who cares what people think?
Shit. You do if you single. If you listen to what I'm saying, it's a difference between, like, as a single man, you have to pay attention to how you behave on social media if you ever want to be in a relationship. Like, if you cool with being single for the rest of your life, then do whatever the hell you want. But if you actually thinking about being in a relationship one day, you gotta be careful with how you move on social media.
So it's okay to like it, just not comment.
I mean, yeah, because I feel like because you see the comment, like liking is just because sometimes, like,
if you put a comment, hey, bad, like.
Nigga, you put anything. I don't give a fuck what you put on there, nigga.
You that shit.
Yeah, you can't. You can't put shit on there. I don't care what you have. You try to. You can't comment nothing on there. You can't. You can't do none of that. I'm sorry, that one ain't gonna work, dog. And real quick, I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, and I probably should have just kept some of these at the same one. But I do want to play this clip of, and because I don't understand. I'm not gonna say maybe I don't. I know I don't understand politics, so I didn't understand what's the big deal about people waiting for the Obamas to give Kamala their endorsement, because I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all told y'all before.
I think to know if it's legit.
Well, I mean, I guess, but I feel
because they would have the biggest voice because they were the last, I guess the last, serving, president before
Trump.
Yeah, so no other Democrats been there. So for you to, you a former president, you would got to give us, that.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. And this shit gonna sound crazy because I just shitted on. Well, it's not because it's fucking Sway Lee, so we can't even compare him to like fucking Beyonce or like LeBron. But I kind of would give a fuck more about LeBron or fucking Beyonce co-signing. Fucking Kamala than I give about the Obamas. Like, and let's be clear. Let's be honest.
I wanted to ask that. Do they have something like in their car? Because you don't hear none of them talking political when it comes to sports.
Shit, you crazy as hell, nigga. Fucking Donald Trump to call LeBron James a bastard and some more shit.
I'm saying, but LeBron didn't say, "Hey, I'm endorsing." You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like them going out. Like in some jobs they have, "Hey, you can't talk political, religion, and stuff like that." In there, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, hell, nigga. Nobody else. The NBA had go vote shirts before. You tripping like shit.
What I'm saying, I haven't seen nobody. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but you got to think about it. For all of them, this is new. Like, this is just, this shit just happened last week. So I trust and believe. The closer it get time to vote, and I pay attention, I guarantee you'll see every NBA nigga saying,
"Hey, go vote." But I'm just like, nobody really like, "Hey, vote for Kamala." That's why I was just wondering. Because like you said, somebody like LeBron.
I mean, but right now he over in the Olympics. I promise you, before the season starts, before it's time to go vote, I'm 100% positive. One person I can almost tell you to bet your life on is going to sit here and come out and say something. Chris Paul and LeBron James will be two niggas you can guarantee bet your bottom dollar. They'll have some type of Kamala Harris or something.
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Oh, hi. You're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh, my goodness. Michelle, Brock, this means so much to me. I am looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the The words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
Yeah, it's so crazy and just so funny how just like fast the timeline can kind of change when it comes to just different topics. Cause just think about how many people, everybody was like Team Kendrick when he was kicking Drake back and basically saying, I don't want to hear you say nigga no more, because he was basically, because he had half and half, right? But you seen how many people kind of just was like, all right, cool, we off the half and half shit don't count. You completely black when it comes to when we talking about Kamala. And it was just so funny because you kind of like see how people just kind of just be like, when it's something that is beneficial and we can kind of like troll it out. Like niggas was cool with the trolling, and don't get it twisted. It's still a lot of people on social media who's trying to question how black she is because her parents may be mixed or her father's Jamaican and her mom's Indian or whatever the case may be. A lot of people, let's be clear, just for people who may be listening and you're not from the DMV area, so you have no real experience with like HBCU, especially if you're not from like one of the, like if you're not from Atlanta or Florida. Yeah, I really feel like those is probably like, to me, those are the biggest like HBCUs is like the DMV area, Florida, and Atlanta. Like I'm sure it's other, I mean, of course, it's other states that have HBCUs, but we talking about the ones that have multiple ones and have like the biggest ones when it comes to like homecoming is the DMV ones, the Florida ones, the Atlanta ones.
Yeah, just going down south, from east down south.
Yeah, so, but it's not even up east because you got to think about North. I mean, New York don't got none. New York don't have no HBCUs.
I thought we did say they had one.
I know we talked about it before. I know we talked about it before, but even if they got one compared to nigga, we got like 5.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's a little bit different. Like shit, I ain't even gonna say 5. We might got like 6. Just in a fucking 3-hour drive. If you count Delaware, you talking about a 5-hour drive from Delaware to fucking Norfolk, Virginia. It's like 6 or 7 of them. So that's the difference. But so what I'm just sitting here saying is for people who kind of on the fence or want to question this woman's blackness, and I know some of y'all, I'm sure if you're listening to podcasts, you're probably too old to actually go to a Howard homecoming at this point. But I'm not going to lie to you. This may be the year, if you are, or it don't matter what age you are, this may be the perfect year to actually go to Howard homecoming. This may be and I'm not talking about like on some ratchet shit, but if you're talking about some elite black shit, this may be actually the year that you want to actually experience Howard homecoming. Because Kamala is a Howard graduate. She's an AKA. And let's be clear. I don't know too much about the sorority shit. And I know like the stereotypes that we watch Insecure. You know, I got enough. A lot of my cousins are AKAs. So I know firsthand on just how AKAs give it up. That bourgeoisie black shit, they really on that type of shit. So it's going to be, they going to be different for them. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. The white women showed their ass. They showed out and showed crazy and dropped that stupid bag behind her. Like they was having their little races. Like it was like the first day, it was like the 40,000 black women who was on a phone call. And I think they raised, I can't remember the money. I know for a fact her total thing right now, I think she up to like $200 million. I can't remember how it was broke down, but them white women got on there and it was like 150,000 of them on a fucking Zoom call. Like she broke the Zoom jump. It was like white women for Kamala. Bro, they showed their ass. And it was just like different little tweets. Like you see like different white women tweeting like, come on, let's not let these people down like we did with Hillary Clinton. Like you seen white women calling out other white women. So when they did that goddamn white women for white women for Kamala, nigga, they showed their whole entire white ass. They showed out on that goddamn Zoom call. Like, and that's just so crazy how you see the turnaround on just how people got excited. Like just think about realistically, nobody didn't care. We talked about like it just didn't. I'm gonna be like I said, I can be honest and call my own self out. I just didn't really care about it. But that excitement that I got and I still have right now, knowing that it's like, oh, you can literally be like, damn, we can have a black woman. Like, just think about in your lifetime, for most people, I'm sure your first time voting was for Obama. So just think about from your first time to now, you in your fucking big age now, and you could be like, my very first time I voted was for Obama. And now I'm in my straight adulthood, I can vote for fucking Kamala. Like that shit to me is fire. I don't care about how niggas want to dress it up and play around. Like I said, if you are from a state and you never actually feel like your state really ain't black and you don't know what a real black experience like, I'm going to tell when the date come out for whatever Howard homecoming is, I will come on here and say it. I do think realistically, this will be, if any other year, this should be the year you come out and actually experience a black. And I might even be for myself, talking myself into actually wanting to go and experience how Howard is going to feel knowing that one of their own could literally be a president a month later. Because voting is November 5th. So, you know, homecoming is going to be like literally like a week or two before that. So I'm sure she even going to be down there. And just that feeling and that aura in that area is going to be different, dog. It's going to be elite. And like I said, I mean, and if you are a black man, the same way I tell y'all just about with the Angel Reese shit, bro, just have some respect for yourself. Like if you whatever little corny jokes or whatever you feel like you want, keep that shit to yourself, dog. Like still have some type of fucking dignity as a man. Just keep that shit to yourself. That's all I would ask. Like whatever you feel, just keep it to yourself. The same way when like niggas be like, oh, Tory Lane, bro, like, come on. Niggas ain't even gonna like stop. Like let's be for real. Niggas not listening to that shit. It was cool. It sounded like some Tory Lane shit. Cool, I don't give a fuck. Sorry. It's not gonna chart. Niggas is not about the streaming numbers ain't gonna be through the fucking roof. It's not. Like y'all be lying. Like y'all be in the comment section lying to yourself. Like so keep those corny comments like to yourself. Like it's okay. Like let's be serious. Like niggas really was acting like, oh, free Tory. All right, y'all want to go look at his numbers for this shit? I know y'all don't. So let's keep it cute. Just keep it cute in the comments. Like I said, don't stop. Don't play yourself for a fool. Don't make niggas look at you like a cornball. While we talking about just black excellence and we talking about black women, shout out to Rakia Jackson. For people who don't know who Rakia Jackson is, she plays for the LA Sparks and she went to Tennessee. And I think one of those viral moments that Angel Reese had, and it was her licking her fingers like after a block or some shit. It was between her and Rakia Jackson. They was going back and forth, LSU and Tennessee. They all play in the SEC. She signed her a sneaker deal to Skechers. And real quick, I wanted to give her credit because I want to shout her out for that. But then I'm just kind of scared where it's like, because she is signed to Rock Nation. I don't know how great of a fucking promo that Skechers do. Because they got Joel Embiid. And I feel like they ain't done shit for Joel Embiid. And Joel Embiid
he just started, right?
I mean, he had a whole season.
Yeah.
Nigga, Anthony Edwards just started with Adidas. Nigga, they like, shit, they rolled the ball out. It's just certain companies where it's just like, if LaMelo Ball wasn't LaMelo Ball, nigga, I wouldn't sit here and make it like Puma do a great job with LaMelo Ball.
Shit. They out of anybody, I feel like they
No, I feel like he does it. Because he's him.
No, but even the other dude, even though we didn't even see him play, but we see his shoes. The Scotty, what's his name? Scoot Henderson, the little Cheetos joints. Puma is definitely doing their parts. Like I said, they're doing their part.
You feel like they're doing their part on creating the shoes or actually marketing them?
Creating the shoes.
No, I'm not talking about creating the shoes. I'm talking about the marketing part though.
But I feel like everybody kind of stick, because even when you look at New Balance, yes, Kawhi's there, but I feel like New Balance as a brand, and now you start seeing more players wearing it. We just low key, we not as big or even on the marketing like how Nike and all them are. Because but
that to me is a cop out, because it's like we live in a day and age where it's with social media, so it's like where's your creativity? I don't necessarily.
But that's what I'm saying. But I feel like I'm living off of my natural brand. I'm just like, I see a lot of people, parents wearing Skechers. Like Skechers is still a thing. It just might not be cool to us, but it's still a brand. It's not like
you missing what I'm saying. I don't care, because I feel like if you're cool enough, you can make a non-cool shoe cool. But what I'm sitting here saying is, if like for somebody who's like, because she play on the spot, like the Sparks ain't the Lakers, dog. So it's just like I don't necessarily know, and that she's not her social media presence isn't as big as Angel Reese. And even think about what we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, even when we talked about with Angel Reese, I think the Reebok will have to step up sooner than later, because when their contract up, it's not guaranteed that she's gonna stay at Reebok the same way like when Kobe went back and forth from between Nike and Adidas. I don't think that Angel Reese is gonna be a lifetime Reebok person, because I do think realistically, if her stature keeps going up, I'm sure that Nike gonna drop a fucking bag when her Reebok contract go up and try to get her to become a Nike athlete. Because realistically, I'm sure, like I said, like when we talked about it last week, I do think a lot of companies were scared to get in bed with her early. But I think a lot of them now, like even just look at how she played her hand with being the only non-player to be at the fucking Olympic shit. And guess what she was doing? She was getting coverage when the WNBA not going on. It was like, I was looking, I'm like, damn, Bleacher Report. Like, I'm looking at when it was the picture, it was her, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry. Like, nigga, her name was the first name. Angel Reese, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry. I'm like, nigga, what the, are y'all? But I understand how much her name generates clickbait. So I get why they was leading with her name. But that's just, to me, I was like, oh, she's actually smarter than what the fuck I thought. Even just her taking pictures with Pharrell, fucking, I'm not really into the fashion shit, but the Anta Winter lady, whatever the fuck her name is, the lady who throw the Met Gala every year. Like, she had a picture, and like, it's not a lot of people, especially for black people, you're talking about outside of the Rihannas and Nicki Minaj's, ain't a lot of black people got pictures with this lady. So for Angel Reese to be a fucking rookie and have a picture with this lady, that shit is a huge deal, especially in the fashion world. Like, I'm not super into fashion, but I know how big of a deal, especially when Nicki Minaj first started messing with the Anta Winter lady. I know how big of a deal that was. So that's what I'm sitting here saying is like, if you don't really know how to market yourself outside of the basketball court, I don't know how much I would just want to take a a deal with a random shoe company because I don't necessarily know if they know what they really doing. Like I don't think just because I'm watching how I'm not, and this is not no knock to Rakia, but I just watching they ain't do nothing for Joel Embiid. Like what's the like niggas ain't running around like, oh, I gotta go get the Joel Embiids compared to like when you was talking about like the Paul Georges or the Giannis or just even like Sabrina. Like it's just certain things where I think for like sometimes you get the benefit for Nike or even if you're a Jordan athlete because I follow this young lady, she played like one of the guards for the Atlanta Dream. She a Jordan brand athlete, so she be doing her vlogs on YouTube, and I was following like when she was at the All-Star game. Nigga, man, Jordan laid out so much shit in her hotel room. I was like, damn, that shit made me like, I wish I got some fucking type of Jordan. I'm told her literally her whole fucking bedroom, like on her bed. I'm like, she didn't even have to bring a suitcase, nigga. They had her endless shoes, endless sweatsuits, t-shirts, everything. I was like, damn, Jordan brand did her right.
Because Shorty from Cam Joint, Stat Baby, whatever. I came across her page and I started following her because she was out there the All-Star week. She was a part of Jordan brand and how they laced her up with all the shoes and all that. And that's why I kind of, even when you say with the whole marketing thing, and even looking now at the Olympics, how you keep seeing these Nike commercials, these Gatorade commercials, who got, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to push your brand. But I feel like even with Jordan, I'm pretty sure he's probably upset because Luka's not in the Olympics, which probably was one of his bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Jason Tatum ain't get no burn today.
Yeah, so but I'm sure you still got the Jason Tatum commercials and stuff like that. But having Luka, who's been a foreigner, I can really, really show
off and push some shoes
like
for sure.
How many shit? When the last time we really seen a LeBron Nike commercial like that?
Yeah, I mean, and shout out to Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant did feel. I respect when niggas feel some type of way and they take it straight to Twitter. And Kevin Durant was like, I ain't putting this on no burner, nigga. I'm putting this on my real shit, and I'm posting this on my Instagram story. And he called Nike out. He was like, it's crazy that y'all sit here like I don't get no fucking Nike commercials.
No, I think that's an ad. You talking about that something really Nike or something like that? There was a tweet. That's an ad.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's their what's name? Because there was a couple people who did that.
Oh, shout out to him. He finessed the shit out of it. Because niggas posted it like it was a story, like he had smoke for Nike. I did.
No.
Oh, well, yeah, shout out to them because they got me. Because you see, I was literally, if you didn't stop me, I was literally about to sit here and be like, oh, shout out to Kevin Durant for sitting here calling him out. But I do fuck with that Kif. That I do like the Kif junk that they did with the USA and did the collaboration with the USA and did with Nike. And I do like the polo. I ain't like all the polo looks, but I like some of the Jones that Lil Jon did. Simone Biles and them had. They had like the track hat on, and it was like a dad hat. I like some of them Jones was cool. Some of it looked trash, and some of it was cool. But yeah, I do I'm gonna pay attention more on see what sketches do for Rakia.
But what do you really gotta? I mean, because let's be honest, with her being a female, what can really be your bar set? Like you're gonna take whatever you really can get for real, because you're not getting that many looks or offers now. So,
that's my point. Then I would rather, if that's the case, I'd rather be a Jordan athlete because Jordan don't get it twisted. Jordan do a lot of their rollouts. Like it's a girl to play for the
rollouts, but we're really like, let's say sketches might offer you. Well, I'm gonna give you some stake in the business. You're gonna have your signature shoe later on. Right now, we just blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be our front runner. I might not pay you as much, but longevity is gonna be a good look. Like you might take the Jordan deal. You probably not gonna get your signature shoe. You just a Jordan brand model.
Yeah, so, I might rather just be a. It depends. I mean, I guess like I said, we don't know the real contracts. That's why I say I just want to watch. I can't. It's hard to kind of call it early, but it's like. I don't know, dog. I'm looking at that Jordan stuff. Like Jordan got a lot of WNBA women athletes, and they do a great rollout with even allowing them to play like in the sex appeal shit. Because like the girl to play for the Dallas Wings, she played for I forgot which one of these foreign teams she played for. She played for the Dallas Wings. Nigga, she did some rollout for Luka. She was like in a bathing suit ad. Like she did like, and you seen the jump like she was in the pool and she was doing like the color waves in the pool in a bathing suit. So they got to allow her to lean into her sex appeal, and like all the little sneaker Instagram pages picked it up and all of that. So I mean, I think it's just different ways, but like I said, I'm gonna kind of play it by ear and pay attention to it. I don't really know, but I guess let's get into this. Gayle King and Oprah shut down the rumors of them being gay.
How have you navigated keeping who you are and being a public figure? Is this hard for you or easy?
No, I'm just trying to think how we navigate.
I was going to say, what have we not shared?
Okay, I mean, so you feel comfortable just sharing everything?
Pretty much everything, and I would have to say it wasn't even a matter of navigation.
Yes,
you know, for years people used to say we were gay or that we were, but and listen, we were up against that for forever. No, and people still say it.
And I used to say to Oprah, you got to do a show on this because it's hard enough for me to get a date on Saturday night with people thinking we're gay.
Yeah.
Because if we were gay, we would tell you.
Because one of the things I started to think was maybe people aren't accustomed to seeing women with this kind of truth bond, meaning the reason why I think our friendship has worked is because Gail is happier, not happy, but happier for me for any kind of success or victory or challenge I get through than I am for myself.
Friendship. How have you navigated?
You got thoughts?
They didn't answer no questions. Like I still feel like you didn't solidify nothing. People still gonna feel how they feel.
But do you I guess do you agree with what they were saying that people think that they're gay because people aren't used to seeing, I guess, their form of healthy friendship between two women?
No, it's plenty of friends, like healthy friendships that they have.
Or do you think people think that because they don't never see neither one of them with no nigga?
That's why.
Ding dong.
Because you got Stedman, right? I guess he's living in a guest house. She Oprah living her life. Like you've never seen them. You've never even really seen Oprah and Stedman together.
Yeah, you kind of. I wonder, is that realistic? And that's sometimes I guess when people have these, and of course Oprah is Oprah, so it's not too many people that actually would give her some real pushback. But I guess that to me would be more of the conversation. I do think that's kind of like wow for her to say that people not used to seeing women have that type of friendship. I think people are used to seeing women have healthy friendships with one another, but we are used to seeing women at least still have some form of relationship with a man.
If y'all was like, if one of y'all was married, then I probably think it'd probably be different. But neither one of y'all married, and we always see y'all together. Why people wouldn't think that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I do think it's just because people don't see y'all together. Nobody never see y'all with a nigga. Like nobody can. I mean, of course, like the Stedman thing is almost just like I can't even think of a funny joke to even. But it's just like nigga, he's just literally like a name. Like we know the name. I don't know what that man look like though. Like if he walked in this room right now, I would not know who he was. Like one of y'all would have to say, "Hey, this is Stedman." Like, I wouldn't know what that nigga look like.
Him, so that feeds into why people feel like y'all are gay.
Yeah, and y'all do like road trips and shit together and all that. Like, where's the nigga at? Like, you ain't about to just like, let's come on. I think Oprah and Gail got to be a little bit more honest. Ain't no man just about to let y'all keep doing a bunch of fucking hee-haw girls trip and I'm never around. Like, even if I don't want to talk, I can't just play the fucking background.
Yeah.
Like, gunplay ain't have to be on every Rick Ross song, but at least can I be in a fucking video? God damn.
I mean, I'm quite for sure it's a lot of dudes that would go with Oprah just because she got money, and they'd be cool with playing the background.
Yeah, but niggas do still want some type of.
How long? You're not gonna play that background for?
Oh, you crazy, Marcus? Oprah brag different. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How long though? You would, dog. You tell me I gotta be top secret. I can't tell nobody. But I gotta just move and go south.
But let's just think about it though. Let's say if you get to move, like I said, we don't know. I don't know how many people actually know what Stedman look like without Googling him. Like if you just being honest, raw, if you know what he look like. That to me could kind of play in your hand where you can kind of still have another life outside of Oprah because niggas don't know what you look like.
Okay, I hear that part.
You want to be by her side?
Like no, because but let's be honest, right? But if we in a relationship, we still doing relationship thing. Oh nah, where you at? Who you with? She's still calling me, but I can't be in scene with you.
I don't think Oprah blowing nobody's phone up asking them where they at.
Well, we
don't way too fucking busy.
She might be too bit, but I'm just saying. But what if she's that type of person? That's why I'm just saying. Like, damn, how long I got to keep putting on this front? Like, oh, I gotta be the boyfriend, but then when we in public, I'm your security. You know what I'm saying? Like sooner or later, you gonna get tired of that shit.
Shit, look at how long Safari played fucking background for Nicki Minaj.
And listen to him now singing his goddamn song.
That's now because she called it quits. He ain't called it quits.
But right. He wish he would have been public with it. He probably would have got more looks then.
Yeah, more looks to do what? To fuck it up.
I mean,
that's sometimes, but that's why sometimes going public,
it
can backfire in you, especially if you don't have the discipline. Because imagine, because nigga, think about for how long people just never thought, and it could be, he could have felt like disrespect wise, where it was niggas still flirting with her in front of him, like the Kanye story and shit like that. But just think about if she would have actually came out, and was like, oh, this is my boyfriend. Now would give you some different level of, think about how many women probably just was sleeping with him after they broke up, just because that used to be Nicki Minaj's fucking boyfriend for 10 years. But imagine if she always would have went public with him, he probably would have fucked it up 5 years earlier because he would have made a kid his dick in his pants. And you can see that now. Look, when he finally got to be fucking free. And okay, now everybody know, oh, y'all was in a relationship. Now y'all broke up. And nigga, then you end up having fucking kids with fucking Erica Mena, wild ass. And then we're going to play clips from her in a minute. Then you have fucking, you dating the other girl off of Love and Hip Hop. Like, bro, some niggas, be honest, it's your best to your benefit when you lack a lot of mental discipline to be the nigga in the back burner, so you cannot literally just go out here and fuck it up. Because I'm 100% positive niggas like Safari and other niggas like him, well, you would just go out here and fuck it up.
So there's nothing wrong with playing the
Yeah,
background.
and ain't nothing wrong with playing the background. Sometimes, and I do got a quick question for y'all, because as I was thinking about it, I forgot to bring it up last week when we was talking about family vacations and stuff, right? How? Because our cousin bought like her boyfriend or whatever the case may be, and I was kind of wondering, like, damn, how soon would I want to fucking be the fucking boyfriend and got to get introduced to the family, and then you got to do all like the shit that I can say no to, he can't say no to, because you're still trying to impress your girlfriend because this shit is fucking new, so you got to still do all the silly fucking games and stupid ass shit that everybody else can say no to.
So what's your question?
How soon do you actually want to fucking be engaged and indulge in people's family shit? Because I was looking at that shit like, bro, I don't know. I'm looking at him like, yeah, you're a better man than me, because I don't necessarily know if I would want to deal with this shit.
Ever?
I'm not saying ever, but I don't know how soon, because I feel like you can slow walk certain shit. Like how... Because the reason why I say that, just think about it, because all the men who've been married into the family for years, they could sit here the same way I was saying, no, I ain't want to go to certain shit. I didn't feel bad, because if I went downstairs, hey, all these niggas still in here with me. So, but guess what? Because they've been in the family for years, so I guess what I can say no to doing some of the silly shit that the new nigga can't say no to.
But you can't say no because you're new. So if you're still in the whole we're dating, you don't have that nigga. I'm going here, then you got to be here too. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You can't say.
So that's what I'm saying. Is like, how do you, man? I was just thinking about like, how long can you avoid that shit?
You got to be in there long enough to avoid it. You got to put some years in before you can start like, oh, I ain't got to do this. You got to, because you're still in the first impression mode, right?
You can't just go into it and be like, nah, I don't want to do it, because then the family gonna be like, oh, what's wrong with him? Like, he think he's too good to, So you gotta do it.
Yeah, damn. Shout out to.
Is it really that bad? Like, is it really that dumb? Like, oh, I'm not participating. Like,
if you're not a social person like him, yeah.
Yeah, that shit is rough though. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I be thinking about like, and I always try to wonder how I could, and what's so, and just to even, I guess, tied into just, you got to move at your own pace. And just real quick, and this is something I guess I wanted, just some information I want to share with the listeners, and I wanted to tell people to kind of, when I always say you can't just go off the numbers and keep posting your stuff until you don't gotta post it no more. And I don't necessarily know what's the time frame on that, because it was just like, even when I talk about, y'all know, just my favorite thing is the Angel Reese shit. And I had a video literally two videos back to back that literally almost did damn near like 3 million fucking views in like less than 24 hours. Nigga, I was so in. And what made me even look at it, because Lo was like, man, come on, you need to come out and network. Because of course, like Broccoli City was in. And I was just like, bro, I don't have the network. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I sent them these numbers. I'm like, bro, I'm cool with in the house and just give me my microphone. I'm gonna build my shit differently. I don't like people, dog. It's something that just about, I don't like being around a bunch of people, because it's just like, man, I believe in how energies exchange and just how I'm cool, dog. And then I'm sure realistically one day I'm gonna have to break out of that shell, especially if you're talking about just like live podcasts or whatever. I have to figure out a way to do it, but nigga, I'm cool. And like, the reason why I did it, like I said, I wanted to bring up the thing is just like, you never know what's going to hit for you. And I always talk about that when it's coming to promoting your business, or if you create, and I know how many even like podcasters used to be scared to like just do YouTube stuff because they was too worried about the numbers. Because people, you get on your podcast and you talk crazy, and if your numbers don't hit as hard, you feel like I shouldn't be able to talk as crazy I'm talking because only fucking 50 people is watching me. So what? Because one, you never, like, dog, I never in my, no, you know how much shit I talk about, and for it just to be literally a I'm like, bro, this random video, damn, they got 2 million views on it in less than 24 hours. You know how crazy they were? I didn't even want to post shit all week, because I was just like, this shit can't even be real. Like, how the fuck did this happen? And then there was another joint with damn near 700,000. I'm like, dog, do the math on this shit's like 3 million people. I'm like, bro, do you know how like 3 million people is I can't go outside and meet 3 million people. That's never gonna happen. Like, there's nowhere in life that I'm just gonna go and it's gonna be 3 million people for me to meet in one day. So that's why I wanted to bring it up and just be like, bro, move at your own pace and do what you're comfortable with, but continuously do it. Don't keep sitting here, because I know so many people who don't want to post their business on their real page. You keep posting it in your story, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all over and over, that story ain't gonna do shit for you. Just posting it, and I tell this shit to people all the time, bro. Just posting it in your story is not gonna get nobody. Whatever horny motherfucker, especially for women, I know that y'all feel like your story, that's niggas who just want to fuck. I literally just told y'all how somebody may not leave a fucking comment on your shit, but I'm sure niggas will shoot this shot in the DM. Like, bro, that's niggas who just horny. But you actually want your business to grow. You want your fucking whatever you got going on to grow. You gotta post it on your page, and you gotta consistently just post it and believe in it. You can't, like, the numbers will eventually catch up to you. And I ain't sitting here saying after the numbers, because nigga, I still feel regular. Yeah, 3 million fucking views later, I don't give a fuck. I'm still just a regular fucking person. Still had to go to work last week, just like a regular fucking person got to. That shit don't mean nothing, but it's still to the point of you can't block your own blessings. You cannot sit here and not sit here. Even I remember when I was telling Lizzo about, like, when the 2 weeks when we couldn't upload on the podcast, and I'm just telling him, I'm like, bro, but it's so many. The YouTube algorithm it's not no algorithm for just the podcast app. Like, that's literally just off of some word of mouth. So at least, like, you can have a YouTube video that just like, nigga, I've been recording for 5 years, and if I didn't have 20,000 people just randomly listening to an episode, it may have peaked out at 500, 600, or maybe 1,000 people 1 week if you get lucky. But 20,000, I wasn't getting that. But you can randomly get that on endless different YouTube videos, like Endless Johnson. I just like, okay, this is another day at the fucking office. But if you keep being scared of, you're never gonna get to the 1 million views if you scared to show up for the 20 and the 50 views. So that's what I'm telling for people, and that's even if you promoting your business. If you only get 2 likes, so what? I don't. Even when I talk about sports, I know for a fact the majority of my followers are women. They don't care about that shit. But I gotta be to the point where it's like, I'm not trying to fuck y'all bitches no more. So I don't care. Y'all took me as far as you gonna take me. So for me to reach a different audience, I can't just rely on them. You gotta continuously show up and be able to build on whatever you got going on, because it's eventually, like I said, you can't be scared of the 20 views, because you'll never get to the 2 million if you don't show up for the 20. So that's just my only thing. That's why I wanted to share that with y'all. And I'll just tell you, don't be scared of the 2 likes. Don't be scared of the 20 fucking views. Continuously show up for yourself, because if you don't show up for the 20, you'll never make it to the fucking million.
But sometimes you block your own blessings when you're afraid to step outside of your comfort zone.
No, you're absolutely right. No, let's be clear. And let's be honest. If I had to go outside today or tomorrow, could I do it? Absolutely. I've done it for years, but it's just to the point where it's I think it's something for most men, you just get used to your habit. So I'm so used to just like, even when people are like, hey, oh, can I get on? And I'm not gonna lie to you, I am a firm believer. I really don't be, because I'm so used to just how we can just have a random conversation and just pod. I don't like just throwing, like, sometimes because I've had enough guests on before. It's like some guests be hit or miss. So just for when people just be like, if like it's a different, like if it's Lizzo, it's somebody who I know actually listen to the show, I don't care. But if I feel like you don't listen to the show, we don't have you ain't normal like conversation like in the DMs via topics or in the comment section, like, and I just know you probably don't listen, bro, I'm not here to just be like, I want to fucking go out and just talk with niggas or even fucking network, because sometimes I don't necessarily know. I don't know how important some of that shit be. Like, I don't want to sit here and say certain events because I don't want to feel like I'm shitting on certain people. But I be knowing motherfuckers who cover certain events, and I don't know if people give a fuck about their opinions.
But the networking is what kind of gets you, even though you might not feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, but sometimes when you network, you don't know who you might run into while you networking, whose ear you might catch while you networking.
I mean, you're right. I'm not, and that's why I can't. It's hard to. I don't want to dispute it, because you're absolutely right, and I do feel like that is a habit that I eventually have to. I'm eventually have to break it sooner than later. But it's just one of those things where it's almost just like sometimes I look at it where it's like
I'm comfortable at my.
No, not even just a comfortable thing. It's just like I almost be sometimes I look at it like it's worth it, because it's just like I can watch people who go run around and network, and you won't never. It's screwed to just. I can even minus the fucking. Those videos with the fucking 2 million, John. I can just go back to even just consistently getting 50 and 60,000, and I know it's certain motherfuckers who are just like, even when I say why I don't fuck with the relationship shit, I know it's certain people who probably feel like you're pigeonholing yourself into this just some shit you never gonna may not ever be able to get out of that hole. So it's just like, is it really? I don't be knowing that some of that shit be worth it.
I mean, but sometimes like I get what you're saying, but then it's sometimes like, well, damn, did I miss out? Maybe I could have got an endorsement from this. You know what I'm saying? That's just something. Oh, okay, maybe I can get this. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you probably look at it like, oh, I could put my own work, but you can make it more easy for you. Now you're getting an endorsement for such and such brand.
You know, for sure. Of course,
like
no, of course you can. I just believe. Maybe I'm just one of those people where I kind of believe in continuously building a strong brand. So when you finally jump out there, it eliminates some of the fear. Like just even going back from when I used to throwing parties or managing a band, like you don't throw your own show until you kind of like, all right, we two CDs in now, and I done printed up 5,000 or 10,000 of each CD. So now I know for a fact I done passed out at least 20,000 CDs. I'm a lot more comfortable with sitting here saying I'm gonna go do my own show after I done passed out 20,000 CDs. And it's just maybe because I'm just trying to get used to the digital form of marketing compared to hard copies, because I'm used to passing out CDs. I'm used to passing out flyers. So it's easy. I can put my And the sad thing is, realistically, it's easy to put your finger on a number when it's digitally than it is a CD or a flyer, because you never know. Somebody might throw the CD in the trash. So yeah, you could have passed out 20,000 and maybe only 2,000 people listening to it. Or you might have passed out 10,000 flyers and only fucking 200 people even kept the flyer. So it's kind of, I do know that that's kind of like ass backwards. Like if you've been putting in enough work digitally, you should be able to go outside and kind of be able to turn it into something, which, and I don't necessarily, you won't never know until you actually go outside and try to do it. But it's just something that just in my brain, it feel like I haven't put in enough work digitally to try to go out and accomplish something outside. Because I feel like sometimes, like even like last week, even though I didn't, like I felt like, and I'm not one of those people, I don't even like posting videos or talking about shit if I don't have no passion about it before. Like it just can't just be like, even when it comes to like how I can talk about like wanting to endorse Kamala, but I don't know how to do a green screen to that because I don't even know what the fuck to say, to be honest. Because I don't know none of her politics. I only want to vote for her because she's a black woman. I don't know the politics. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't know the politics. I don't know what her fucking, like I hear people, like I was listening to the Breakfast Club and people kept putting Charlamagne on the spot, like, well, give me 3 reasons why I should vote for her. And he ain't have, let me be honest, and this nigga be on CNN, Fox News, and all this shit. He ain't have a solid 3 reasons. But he been endorsing her when she was even trying to run for president before she became vice president. Because I'm sure some people might not even remember that. Like in before the what was that? Before the 2020? Not 2020. But before Joe Biden became the president, she was running against him. And some people may not even remember that shit. But he didn't have a solid 3 reasons why he wanted to vote for her. I know why he wanted to, because she's fucking black and that's his friend. Like him and her got actual real rapport. But he don't want to sound like me, just coming on the mic and keeping it in the buck. Like, man, I'm just fucking with her because I know her personally. She done came on the Breakfast Club like 3 or 4 times. She came on one of my TV shows before. Like we just cool, and we didn't actually had dinner before. He don't want to sit here and say that because you just don't want it to seem too personal. You trying to, but you didn't have 3 real policies that he can honestly stand firmly on and be like, this is why I'm supporting this lady. So it's just certain shit when you just be like, I be always just feeling like it's more work. I know I'm kind of ranting right now, but I mean, it is what it is. I do want to play this clip of this back and forth between Soulja Boy, B. Simone, and Pretty V caught the worst strays behind this. So realistically, of course, I mean, B. Simone got her podcast, and she basically was like painting like almost a story picture, and was kind of saying like nobody ever want to listen to Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy got a riff of that, and you know, Soulja Boy gonna do what he do, go on one of his crazy rants. I honestly just want to. Hold on, he went crazy on her though.
You look stupid as fuck. I got more hair than you. I got more hair than you. What the fuck? The fuck is a B. Simone? Get your stupid ass out of here, you ugly bitch. Got me fucked up. How a bitch with no hair?
No, bro. Wait till he called this bitch
I got more hair than you.
And Charlamagne.
Who the fuck is you? You not funny, bitch. How you turn the audio on, blood?
Gospel playlist. She's like, no. I was like, okay, cool. I plugged up my phone.
You ugly as fuck.
Everybody was happy. Nobody said, why
look at this ugly bitch.
Put on Soulja Boy. I don't think anybody is ever saying put on Soulja Boy.
And ain't nobody ever said put on B. Simone. Who the fuck is you? I have never been nowhere talked to no bitch and they said, let's go to a B. Simone comedy show. Let's listen to B. Simone. You would never have kids.
Hold on real quick. Let me finish. Hold on, I got it.
You would never tell jokes. Who the fuck is B. Simone? The only way I ever heard is you saying Soulja Boy look good. I want to fuck him. I want to suck his dick. I said no, bitch. You mad because I turned you down? Everybody want to fuck your ugly ass? I'm not the baby. What the fuck? I'm not the baby. I'm not. Who else? That's the only nigga you ever played with. You bald-headed Michael Jordan looking ass bitch. Charlamagne the God looking ass bitch. This the fucking response you wanted, you stupid hoe?
Hey Mo, a nigga calling you a Charlamagne looking ass bitch gotta be the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Bro, that shit is hilarious. But real quick, the funny reason why I wanted to say that, brought this clip up, is because I've literally tried to take a woman to go see B. Simone on a Valentine's Day date, and she literally did with Soulja Boy. Who the fuck want to go see B. Simone on Valentine's Day? So when he said that shit, it kind of hit home for me because I was like, no, I fuck with B Simone, but he ain't lying. Like that's not a ticket that people run and go buy.
Who's running to go buy a Soulja Boy ticket?
People that went to go see the Millennium Tour.
But it wasn't just him. It was a whole bunch of other people, right?
But motherfuckers definitely was dressed like Soulja Boy at that Millennium Tour. We ain't about to do Soulja Boy like that.
Yeah, but you ain't going to see.
You're not
So
just like
if we say it will be a fair fight. If it's a B Simone show right here and a Soulja Boy show right here, which one you gonna pick?
They're on the same level right now. So
nah,
they are. Who cares about him? Just like who cares about her? Who really cares about him right now?
I still think I'm not. No, listen to what I'm saying. I think if they both had a show on the same day, I think Soulja Boy sell more tickets than B Simone.
But he's still a nobody right now.
I get it, but let's be clear. B Simone would be at like an improv play, like the DC Improv. That shit only hold like 50 to 100 people.
I mean, I get it, but he's ranting and raving like he, at the top of the charts right now. He doing big things. How dare she put my name in her mouth? They on the same level right now. Nobody cares about neither one of them.
No, I agree with what you're saying, but I still do think like people do be trying to play with Soulja Boy. Like you can't sit here and make it like niggas ain't never said cut that Soulja Boy.
No, we didn't. They're not saying it now. Who is saying it now? Is what she's saying. It's not saying it was never said, but who is saying
Stands, and I would never ever.
My bad. I do want to play this Pretty V clip out there. I don't even know who's saying it right now, but I'm not about to sit here and make it like it was never.
And he threw a tantrum
like
a little ass boy because she stated facts. Nobody's in the club and the lounge just saying, "Oh yeah, put the Soulja Boy." Nobody's saying it.
I get what you're saying. Nobody's asking for it, but nobody's not going to stand still. If you in the club, let's just say if you in the hookah, you fucking 4 mimosas in, and she got a dunk come on, you ain't about to sit here and not shake your ass.
Nobody's requesting it.
It don't matter if you're requesting it, but you're still going to get up and move your hips. If she got a dunk come on, you're not about to sit here and just be like, "Oh, I don't want to hear this shit. I'll wait for the DJ to play the next song."
These new kids, these like the younger, they gonna sit there like, who cares? Who cares?
Okay, that might be a thing too, because it's like to a younger audience, really, do they really even care about Soulja Boy?
Yeah, the reason why I'm gonna say yeah, because the difference is for that age, I'm the reason why I'm saying the younger kids still fuck with Soulja Boy, because dog, Soulja Boy, I told y'all this before. No, I could wake up let's say if I'm get up at late at 9, if I'm up by 9 o'clock, nigga, Soulja Boy already on fucking TikTok live battling a group of people. So like that's what I'm saying. Niggas be sleeping on Soulja Boy, but that nigga really be tapped in, and he may fell off musically, but still. Like, nigga, it be endless people on this nigga TikTok lives like every day. Every morning he be on there like battling like just random regular ass people. And it be like thousands of people just watching this nigga Soulja Boy on his TikTok live every morning. So that's why I'm saying I get what y'all saying, and I'm not disagreeing with y'all like sitting here saying, can he go on tour by himself right now? Yeah, he probably can't. But if Soulja Boy, like, and just that thing, but think about how many people was dang, like, look at how geeked up people was. The Sexy Red put Soulja Boy in the Get It Sexy fucking joke.
That's the crowd that grew up on him. The younger kids, though, they was hyped about Sexy Red. The older people,
but they were still doing his dance. That's still his dance. That little shit is still his dance.
He's not relevant now. That's all she was saying. And then he went on a rampage and wanted to be disrespectful for no reason.
Yeah, he definitely violated. No, bro, saying you look like a bald-headed Charlamagne.
The SeaWorld shit that I sent you with him and Bow Wow.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy? I don't even know how to judge that shit. Like, I don't even know how to judge it because it's that too fucking young for like kids at SeaWorld to be seeing Soulja Boy and Bow Wow perform.
No, because their music is still kind of can be mixed in.
Nobody cares. You performed at SeaWorld. Like, who the fuck goes to SeaWorld? Like, nobody cares.
I'm just wondering how
nobody cares.
Like, that's what incorporated that.
I don't know. That's why
I don't even have like I get if you had like a song for free will. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a song that, but I don't see how that even who signed off on that one.
I mean, well, I guess we real quick. I guess we got to get a little bit sad because I do feel like, I mean, we don't have to go too crazy into detail because I'm one of those people who I have avoided watching the video of the young lady getting gunned down by the police officer. But not B Simone, but Pretty V used one of the words that this young lady used for one of her last words in the video was, "I rebuke you. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And that was one, of course, the standout quote from that video. And then Pretty V wrote in the comment section to Soulja Boy, sitting here saying she rebuked him in the name of Jesus. And people dragged her to hell. And she sit here and was like, I'm a Christian, whatever the case may be. My mom's a pastor and all this other shit. I'm going to play the clip and her defend herself. But I just think it's the time and the place to use certain shit.
I think it's too soon.
Way too soon.
It's too. That's why. Because if it was, it wouldn't have mattered. But
yeah, if she would have used it a month ago, she would have said this shit a month ago. Maybe even 2 months from now, nobody would care. But literally the same week when this video was going viral, and people are like, you're trying to avoid watching the video. Like I made sure every time I seen it, looked like that video was about to come down my timeline. I wrote, I didn't want to see that shit. Though I don't. Like I feel like most people have traumatically destroyed their brain during the pandemic from watching these type of videos.
But would you be okay? So would you feel some type of way if it was a clip before her using that? You wouldn't. Then you'd be like, all right,
yeah, I don't, because nigga, you don't have, like, I get, like, people don't, like, I go to church, nigga, I watch, y'all, anybody who listens to this show enough know that I can name you 10 pastors off the top of my head with my eyes closed. Nigga, you have never heard me come on here and talk about, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, that's just not some random shit I'm about to be saying.
No, but I'm saying, but if she used it, because it was in a skit. So I'm saying, if she used that before, like, that's her little, that's one of her skits.
Yeah, well, you should fucking, I don't care, read the room. Like, this ain't the week to repeat that shit. I don't give a fuck how many times you'd have said it before.
Never ever disrespect anybody, especially Miss. Again, you disrespect somebody, you call somebody out their name, that's a demon. I don't care. That's a spirit that needs help, and that's what it is for me. I don't need to come on here and talk about it no more. Anywho, I love y'all so much. Whoever get it. Whoever get it and understand. And again, if I was definitely. And if you guys taking it out of context, that wasn't for whatever you guys are thinking about, for sure. I understand, and I understand the sensitivity around that. And I would never, ever, ever disrespect Miss Sonya. I really and truly, sincerely mean that. Bottom of my heart, I would not do that. Y'all know what I meant. I know exactly what I meant. And I did not mean to that moment to do whatever it was doing. But anywho, like I said, I know what I meant. I don't have to come on here and just keep dragging it. At the end of the day, I love you guys so much, and love y'all and understands. And I would never ever. Then why say what? What are you talking about? Again, this is somebody who is bullied by somebody on live, on Shade Room. Why would I not pick up for my friend? Why would I not say that you need to be rebuked? We say that in church. We say that every day. Then why say what? What are you talking about? I'm acting weird right now. Why y'all acting like somebody can't say that word? I know the times we're living in. I get it. I understand it. But you have somebody who disrespected someone that you guys love. And you guys are telling me that I can't speak my mind and tell this person that he's a living creature and he needs to be rebuked? Oh, y'all could go sit down somewhere. But like I said, I wasn't trying to be unsensitive at all, because I know the times that we live in. And I don't play with, if y'all know me, I don't play with God. I don't play with someone who passes away off of a cop being, whatever. I don't play those games. Y'all know exactly what I meant in those comments. He has a demon. He is on demon time. Stop playing with me like I was trying to be funny on something else, because I was not. Don't do that to me at all. So y'all have a good day. Okay?
Yeah, so I mean, I just personally just think I ain't gonna sit here. I don't know what else you could have used, but I feel like you could have skipped that one. Like that was just like, sometimes you just gotta pay attention to just like, nah, dog. This wasn't the week. This ain't the month to say that. Maybe wait a month and maybe in September you can bring back, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, but you can't say that. Not this week. Not for the rest of this month. You can keep that shit to somebody else. I don't care how you try to dress it up.
I feel like she should have just apologized, and just because you made it worse on yourself, trying to justify why you said it. Just apologize, because everything you said is like, just apologize for.
Yeah, and it was just like, why was you trying to beat around like why you was apologizing?
Yeah, because if you would have said, if you'd have just came out and say, my bad, I didn't even think
She doesn't have to go out.
That whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I usually say it because that's what we say in church. I didn't mean it, in that way to disrespect her. That if you'd have left it just at that, then you probably wouldn't even got no,
It made your apology sound not genuine.
At all. Like I ain't like that apology anyway. But I do. Let me just play this clip from this police officer real quick. He was kind of giving his opinion on it. I kind of really just I don't want to, but I feel like I'm just, like I said, I'm just been having one of those fights with myself, just about just having an adult episode sometimes. Like, so.
Hey guys, some of y'all have tagged me and some of you have messaged me for my take on the incident that happened in Springfield, Illinois. And my take is this. Miss Sonia Massey had some things going on. That night it appeared Miss Massey needed help, but instead Miss Massey was murdered. That's my short take on it. Cut and dry. She was murdered by a thug that had a badge and gun and an evil spirit. The longer version is I watched this video. I had to rewatch it to make sure I saw what I thought I saw the first time. And it really bothered me, as I know it bothered you if you've seen it. I fast forwarded to the part right before he shot, put my ear to the phone, closed my eyes. For some reason, I think I can hear better when I do that, to make sure I heard the back and forth like I thought I did. Let's rewind. First off, the guy that shot her was already a little ticked over asking her for her license, and she couldn't find it. First off, she didn't have to give him her license. She was in her home. In her home. There was no reason for her to give him her license. Fast forward, pot of water. His partner is the one that told her to go around there and get it.
Nigga talk too slow.
He's standing pretty close. Situational awareness. He backs up and moves off to the side, kind of chuckling about it. He didn't fear her, but he wasn't taking any chances at all. Completely understandable. She asks, "Where are you going?" He says, "Away from your hot, steaming water." Then she says, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." But she's not talking to that guy. She's looking at the guy that ends up shooting her. He says, "Huh?" She says, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." This sets him off. I rewatched it. I listened. I rewatched it over and over. She is not trying to close the gap on him. She is not drawing back to throw the hot water on him. He goes off at being rebuked. I believe this wholeheartedly. Y'all can make fun of me if you want to. I believe this. What does he say? "You better effing not, or I swear to God, I will shoot you in the effing face." At which point, she's scared to death. Pot goes on the counter. Nothing in her hand. She cowers down, understandably. He saw her put the pot down. He keeps saying, "Drop the pot, drop the pot, drop the pot." She starts peeking back up. What does he do? Still nothing in her hands. Pot still on the counter. He follows through what he told her he was going to do. He shot her in the effing face. Murdered her. During the aftermath, does not administer aid, discourages his partner from administering aid, says on the radio, "Yeah, she's still breathing, but she's losing a lot of blood." No remorse, nothing. This guy should have never been in law enforcement, and he deserves to be in prison for the rest of his life. Law enforcement failed Miss Massey that night.
And this is coming from, I mean, obviously, if you can't tell by listening to the sound of his voice, this is a white police officer, probably in the middle of America, somewhere in the country somewhere. And I guess on top of that, you can kind of almost sit here and when you see people wondering why people even still thinking about just even, I guess, voting for Trump, because you can kind of even lean it into, he had a video that was going viral, and here we go.
They used to be, we're going to make them safe places again. We're going to give our police their power back, and we're going to give them immunity from prosecution. So they're not prosecuted for doing their job. We'll take over the horribly run capital of our country, Washington, D.C., and clean up, renovate, and rebuild our capital city so that it's no longer a nightmare of murder and crime. Rebuild our cities.
So, I mean, again, like if you, I don't feel like there's no way in the hell I could have just played that fucking police officer and you could hear this clip and still feel like you want to go see him vote for Donald Trump. Like if you, at that point, you just playing with yourself or you just playing with other people around you, even coming out, trying to say shit to be funny, trying to troll niggas or whatever the case may be. I feel like you're just being corny at this point. So, I mean, that's why I kind of wanted to play those two things back to back. I guess if you want to just, I guess, finish Syrian aside, I'm gonna play this random white lady, middle of America. She gonna tell you why she voted for Trump in 2016, and then we can get off the politics. But like I said, just this is me just having those moments. Like I said, one of these is like, I just don't want to just sit here and play the kid shit all the time. But I'd be like, bro, sometimes you just gotta act your age and kind of use your platform properly.
This question a lot. I also get asked, how did you not know he was racist back in 2016? So those are valid questions, and it's one of those things I look back on and I'm like, it was always right there. But I'm going to share what was being said and done in those circles and what is still being said and done in those circles. And I'm not sharing to justify it whatsoever, but I guess to give insight. So when I first made a video about voting for Trump in 2016, I was sharing about the indoctrination that gets done within white evangelical spaces. And when Trump was running for presidency and the grab him by the kitty came out and his all his racist comments and all of those things were happening, it felt very obvious, right? Inside those circles, though, those circles have prophets that you are trained to take them at their word. These people are highly appointed and anointed by God. There is a world created in that system where you don't question the prophets and you don't go against what the prophets are saying because they are the literal voice of God coming to us. So the prophets were prophesying that Trump was going to be God's elected. Trump was the one that God wanted appointed. And they use a lot of spiritual bypassing to excuse his bad behavior and to also say, oh, that was in his past. He has repented. Have you never made a mistake? Have you never done this? And so I think there is that fear. There's a lot of layers to this. It's not a super simple answer. There is also that fear that I talked about in my past videos of, I don't want to be wrong and go to hell. And it sounds silly to say out loud, but the use of hell as a fear tactic had been used since I was born. So it was really hard to come out of that and be afraid to question the prophets, question these people that were supposed to be my spiritual leaders, because it felt scary. Again, I'm not justifying any of that. I should have done my own research way before. And
yeah, all right, of course, like I said, I hate people to talk that slow. But again, that's what, and you know, the sad thing when I'm just listening back to it right now, and I was kind of like, damn, this is why people really don't mess with like religion. That's why people be like super like, and I understand like me, somebody like if I didn't already have my religious beliefs, or if I was on the fence on religion, listening to the way that woman spoke and the reason she was like trying to justify why she voted for Trump in 2016, it kind of would make me be like, oh, see, yeah, this is why people don't, that's why I don't go to church, this is why I don't mess with pastors or whatever the case may be. But just because the way she broke that down, trying to almost blame the reason why she voted for Trump before on religion, on her religious beliefs, that just seems so crazy to me. Like, bro, what? Like, and I'm somebody who literally if you're new here, if this just randomly come across your timeline, I am somebody who literally have to damn near go to sleep listening to some type of pastor on a nightly basis. There's no way in hell that I would sit here and no pastor could make me feel like I should go fucking vote for Trump or I'm going to hell. Like, her explaining that to me, just be like, bro, you can't be serious right now.
But then but that's how some people operate.
No,
right?
listen to what I'm saying. I listen to what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying that it can't be believable, because trust and believe. If you go to enough, especially if you go to a big black church, don't it be less than trust and believe. It be people running for offices who be coming to churches all the time, and like at the end of services, they'll come up on the stage and they'll have their little spiel or whatever the case may be, or shit. Even through the before the service even come on, I've been in church before when like it'll be like it'll be like somebody running for some local office, and they'll be like, hey, such and such in here today, whatever the case may be, and they running for this position or whatever the case may be. So can it happen? Yes, it can, but I'm still not. I still have my own relationship outside of the church with my own relationship with God, that I'm not about to allow whatever this person in this fucking church telling me to sit here and go vote for Trump. You know how crazy that sounded to me? Like, that shit just didn't make no sense. But I mean, like I said, to each his own. Shout out to Dr. Umar. I'm not gonna lie to you. I seen this video and this of Dr. Umar and Sukihana going viral, and I know I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because I've been shitting on Sukihana a little bit earlier. But her with the black hair, I didn't even know that was her at first. I was like, damn, this girl look good. Who the fuck is this with Dr. Umar? I was like, holy shit, this is Sukihana. I was like, bro, she looked like a total different person when she's not playing in the character of herself. Like that, with the colorful hair and all that other wild ass shit. Like, she just looked like a regular. Like, I literally was like, damn, Dr. Umar got him a tough joke. Like, I'm like, y'all seen it? You seen the video of it? Like, you wouldn't even know this is her. Like,
oh yeah, I think I seen the pictures.
Oh yeah.
It don't like that shit. It didn't look like her. And shout out to Sukihana. I ain't listened to the song, but just the little snippet that I heard, that little Suki now, like, she might be, I don't know. I gotta listen to it to give a real opinion, but just from the little snippets I've heard on Instagram, it didn't sound like it was like the worst thing that you could ever listen to. What else is going on? Some other clips needed to play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this little boy right here.
Oh my.
Mom.
What, Cody?
I got some. Let me tell you something. Are you busy?
I'm at work.
That don't matter. This situation is real big. So listen. So look, I was on the phone with one of my girls, right? So then that's when she asked me if I love her. I said, of course I love you, babe. And so then after that, the whole time she was on the phone with my other girlfriend, and now they both blowing up my phone, Mom. And now I don't know what to do. I need Mom, this ain't funny, Mom. I need your help.
What you want me to do because you got caught?
Damn.
What you want me to do because you got caught?
I don't know. Help me figure it out.
Okay, Cody, go back there and tell your brother to act like he was you on the phone.
No, Mom, that ain't gonna work if my camera was on.
Your camera was on?
Yes, because I always let them see my face because I'm fine, Mom. I'm so for real, Mom. I need your help.
Okay, well then tell her I gave you a little medicine last night and you didn't know what you were saying. Who you like the most?
I like both of them.
Oh my God, Cody. Go in the house and call me. I'm gonna tell you how to get out of it.
Okay, thank you.
Aided it and better.
Oh my gosh, Mom.
Bruh, that shit is fucking hilarious. Dude, I get, yeah, we all the parents. So how do you
aimed it and better?
How do you deal with that? I mean, I guess I'd rather ask Erica because you are a mom, so it's a little bit different. How do you deal with that situation, or how do you even have those? It don't have to be, I guess, in that funny because that's a little bit more comedic with it. But how do you have those type of conversations with your kids when it comes to, like, I guess, dating, and they have those little hurdles at a younger age? Maybe not. I mean, I don't know how old this little boy is, but let's just make it a little bit older, like high school wise. How do you have those type of conversations? Or do you try to avoid them?
No, you just be honest. Like, if that's what you're gonna do, if you're gonna try to play the field, then you gotta know what you're doing. But you can't play with people's emotions either. Because when you start playing with people's emotions, then it's a different, what I'm saying, things that just get different. But sometimes you're gonna have to stand in your own shit. What can I do? I can't help you out of it.
Okay. I guess do you have dating conversations with your kids if they never come up to you and ask you for no advice?
You try to, but like sometimes, what? Like, no, I'm not talking to nobody. So you know, it's only so far you can go because if they not that open with you, then what are you really going to talk about?
The reason why I asked that question, because I try to even think about it just for like when I was a kid, like I know I never had those conversations with my parents. Like I literally told y'all, like, okay, I didn't got dropped off to get my hair done. Like it never was like initially like, hey, even though the girl that I made was doing my hair, I was dealing with, but I've never
so like, hey, I like her. No.
Yeah, I never had those conversations. Like you never, even when it came up to Valentine's Day, like of course you couldn't afford to buy nothing, and you still may needed your parent to like buy you a card or something, but you still never had those conversations. And I wonder, like, should you have had those conversations? Because even when going back to the original clip that I played earlier, when I was like, damn, I wish when I was younger, like these videos were surfing. It's because YouTube wasn't a thing at that time. Like, of course, when you was in school, and so it was like how do you even get that game? Like if your parents not just willing to just randomly have it, because just think about it. Like, I feel like even, I guess I can ask you, Marcus, even like when we talked about it before here, when he got caught having, well, he didn't get caught, but the girl parents end up telling our parents that they was having sex. And this was young. Like, you wasn't even in high school yet. So this was like middle school. But did you ever still have dating conversations with mom or dad when you was younger?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
you should normalize it. I feel like you should not so much normalize it, but you should let your kids know, like I do. I let them know they can come and talk to me about anything. And you have to, as a parent, you have to control your reactions, because if you go off, if you just blow up, then they don't want to talk to you about it. So I try to make it comfortable where they can feel like they can come and talk to me about whatever they feel like they need to talk to me about. If it's dating, if it's a boy they like, or whatever the case may be, then so be it. We can have that conversation.
And I think it also play a role with what you went through. So like even with me, with my kids, I'm not talking to them about, like girls and stuff like that, right? Because I want them to be kids. I want you to enjoy you know what I'm saying? You start focusing on that now, then you're gonna get sidetracked fast. So that's something that I'm not really going to, try to have a conversation. Oh yeah, you like this little, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't condone it. I mean, if that's your friend, that's cool, whatever. But I'm not about to be, oh, what's up with the girls? Like I'm not trying to put that in there, because I know, like when I was young, girls calling the phone, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, all that. You know what I'm saying? You not ready for that.
Yeah, but I get it, but your kids are still young. Your kids, like they're not even in middle school yet. So, but that's
kind of where it starts.
That's where it starts at. You say that, but that's where it starts at. Like the little girls be, oh, you don't show me enough. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not ready for that.
I get. So I get it. Did you say they're not? And I'm with you. I feel like you should still be into just the kid stuff. I'm cool with that. But I'm sitting here talking about, at what age do you feel like you should, even let's just say if you make it all the way to the 12th grade, let's say if you never had a conversation with your kid until they get in the 12th grade, when do you feel like it's time to start having those conversations?
It's too late at that point.
Real?
Because just because you're not having that conversation with them don't mean that they not having a conversation with somebody else. So I always tell mine, because mine's are older. So I would rather tell you the truth. I would rather tell you what it is, as opposed to you listening to everybody else. Because just because I'm not talking to them don't mean they not seeing it, don't mean they not hearing it from their friends or whomever else. So, when you listen to your friends, they're going to say you to do crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather, I feel like at 12th grade is too late, because they already probably doing stuff that you don't know nothing about.
I think I'd probably be more if you came to me asking me, like if you say, well, Dad, how am I supposed to, I like this girl. Then that, okay, I'm good with.
But still, I hear what you're saying when you're trying to keep it innocent, but I still just like, how? Because I think you got to be real with yourself, because you got a perfect example. You was in middle school, so this was like you was in the 8th grade, going to the 9th. So you only got with your oldest son. You only got what, fucking 1 or 2 more years before he hit that age. So it's like how innocent. Because I still feel like even just for us, like in the house, we were still always innocent. Like what you think about like playing video games, playing with wrestling men. Like I've said this shit on this a million times, even if for beat new people. Nigga, I played with wrestling men all the way through high school, because I always stayed on punishment, so I couldn't play with no fucking video games. So I'm sitting in the room playing with fucking toys. So when that's innocent, a fucking high school kid playing with fucking toys is fucking innocent as it possibly can get. But that don't necessarily mean still during the summertime when parents at work did that innocent shit go out the window.
But that's what I'm saying. I would kind of want you to come to me about the, you know what I'm saying, the questions you might have.
Well, what if you never have no questions? Like, I didn't have no questions
and that's what I'm saying. But see, that's what I'm saying. If I'm putting it onto you, because maybe you don't look at the girls the same way I did. So me just coming like, hey, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. I can't sit here and force that onto you if that's not how you looking at girls or how you picture them as. Because you might picture them different than I picture them. So that's what I'm saying. For you to come ask me, well, Dad, I kind of like this girl. I want to talk to her. I want to, be my friend. Then I'm like, all right, I can advise you. Then I can say, hey, well, this is how you supposed to do. You supposed to respect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you, but I don't necessarily know. I get what you're saying because you want to keep it innocent, but then I just still wonder, like.
But sometimes it's not the day and age of innocence. Like you said, if you playing with toys in 12th grade, they not doing that now. Like you got kids out here having sex in middle school.
But listen to what I'm saying. And again, but that's what I'm saying. When I always go back and think of my childhood, and that's why sometimes I always sit here and say, when I feel like a lot of people push back on the way they parent now because they don't want to have honest conversations where they feel like it's certain things that you feel like your parents didn't do right. Because I said this on, I don't know about how long ago I said it, but I've said it on an episode before. I lost my virginity to a prostitute for free. Let's be clear. I was in the 9th grade, but it was free. But my older friend of mine, he worked at, it was like this on Central Avenue, the Jiffy Lube, for people, that Motel 6 right next to the Jiffy Lube. That Motel 6 had prostitutes. I didn't know that she was a prostitute. I'm just thinking this is a older bitch. She just live in a hotel. I don't know no fucking about. I'm going to the 9th grade. But just imagine, like, no, my parents don't know that. Like, my mother, if I went and told if my mother and father heard this episode tomorrow, they would have never known I was in the 9th grade and lost my fucking virginity to a prostitute for free. But I'm thinking I was the man. And you gotta think about, I'm in a hotel. I literally was watching Juice. I'm tongue kissing this bitch and everything. You know how trifling that is now? Like, you look back at it like, dog, you're in the fucking 9th grade tongue kissing a fucking prostitute. You know how crazy that is, dog? So just what I'm saying, you can allow your kids to just okay, I'm just going to wait until I'm going to avoid them conversations. And what the fuck is your kid really outside doing?
No, that's what I'm saying. So sometimes, but you don't want to throw it all on them at once because, like he said, you do want them to be, you don't want their innocence to be stripped away at an early age. But at some point in time, you have to bring it up, whether they doing it or not. You have to introduce the conversation, and you definitely have to make sure that they feel comfortable to come and tell you, because their friends gonna tell them anything. Everybody's gonna tell them anything, but you want to be in their ear to tell them the right way or how things should go. So you have, as a parent, you have to set that tone to make sure that your kids know they can always come and talk to you. And that's kind of how like I said, you got to definitely control your reactions.
Yeah, I would advise anybody who listening right now, I don't know how to do it because I'm not a parent. I don't know when you're supposed to do it, but I do feel like you gotta find a cool way to start having some of these conversations, because I would never say it's too late, because maybe I just was still always, and I think it's kind of that fear thing of I never wanted to have kids because I just didn't know what my parents' reaction was going to be. So it was kind of like when you were younger, like, and I do think that, I mean, the sad thing is now this generation make it way too cool to have the raw sex situation. But let me think about, like, when you was a kid, like, niggas used to be pressed to go to the fucking clinic and go get free condoms. Like, I don't even know if the fucking clinic still give away free condoms no more. But that used to be a thing. Like, nigga, we will walk as a hood. Literally will walk. It'd be 20 niggas walking into the clinic to get free condoms. Mm-hmm. And niggas would be pressed, like, who gonna go through the bag of condoms first? Like, you was like, that was just but we still kid. Like, but guess what I'm saying? Your parents never knew, because guess what? This is summertime. Shit, we can hurry up as soon as whatever time the clinic open. Niggas there, you were at home with your bag of condoms before your parents even get to go to lunch. That's why I be thinking, like, that's why I say I don't have kids, and that's like some of my fears, because if you just can't be a full-time, like, hands-on parent, like, bro, I can imagine that shit can get real tricky fast.
Yeah, you're right. And that's why I said, I think it just, to each case is kind of different how you go about it. But it's just like, you don't want to sit here and put it on them too fast and then like, oh, damn, I opened a can of worms. Or do you, like I said, a lot of people,
age appropriate. Like, you have to make it age appropriate. You can't tell somebody in middle school, elementary school, the whole birds and the bees. Like, you have to make it age appropriate. But you have to, I ain't gonna say the earlier the better, but 12th grade, like, I feel like, yeah,
12th grade may be too late. I'm trying, because I said 9th. By the time, I'm just trying to think about, like, summers. When was it, like, summertime? Like, yeah, by the time I was like 10th and 11th grade, you was getting on the Metro bus. And now I know kids, they probably don't even know how to ride the Metro bus. So that may be, I guess, a benefit for some of y'all if your kids don't got their own fucking, like, fucking share ride. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, if they don't have their own accounts, you can kind of at least you can kind of eyeball where they going. But it's like, nigga, when I can get on the metro bus and learn how to catch the metro. Like shit, that shit to me is kind of worse. Like I would rather my kid have their own fucking Uber or Lyft account where I can kind of eyeball them. Just think about, like I said, parents at work, and you can know how to get on the metro bus by yourself. They don't fucking know what hoods you going in. Because now I'm thinking about it as I'm older. It's certain hoods I should have never still been getting on the metro bus to go to. Because at them times, them shits was hoods. Like, it was niggas like getting on the metro bus to go fuck a bitch in Forest Creek should have been a fuck no for anybody who don't live in Forest Creek. Like, you should never be getting on a metro bus to go to Forest Creek. Like, so it's just certain shit. But again, if you're not having those conversations with your kids, who gonna tell them they don't got no business doing it? And if they don't have no older friends and you ain't asking them, because let's be clear, if you got some older friends, but if your kids don't go outside no more, they don't even have no older friends. Because at least I lived in a neighborhood, it was a hood. So niggas, like older niggas will tell you, nah, don't go to this neighborhood. Like, oh, if you really got a little John over there, get you some gas money and I'll take you over there.
But then I think that's kind of what you kind of think what your siblings are for. Because it's like, even with me and you, I kind of see, okay, I see what you're doing. I can kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, we might, I kind of think maybe you will have the conversation with me before I had the conversation with my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that kind of plays a role.
I mean, but I think it just depends. But we was too close in age, so you could learn from me like my super bad mistakes, but you couldn't learn from me from nigga. If I'm bringing in a girl, I gotta bring like we too close in age where we bringing them in as a group. Like, okay, if I'm fucking her, you gotta fuck with her friends. So it was never like you was left out. So it's like that shit didn't make it no better.
But that's what I'm saying. I think when you come in at, you kind of think like, okay, well, if he got an older sibling, maybe they might have to talk before I have to talk with him. So that's what kind of
you can't. I don't feel like you shouldn't rely on your kids to have a parent like unless it's a huge age gap. Like if it's like a 5 or 6 year age gap, then cool. It's a little bit that may make a little bit more sense. But if you sitting here something they 2 or 3 years apart, them motherfuckers gonna learn at the same time.
But then okay, then my question for you: yes, you don't have kids, but then okay, let's say Kate and one of them came to you and asked you, why would you even go to that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I don't know how I would have it. I don't honestly know how I would have a conversation. But that's why even with him, I always just ask him like, let me see what you're listening to, just so I can at least know what you're listening to, so I can kind of even at least don't be too far off the loop. So it's just like, because I just pay attention to his hand, like, and which I like about him a lot. He don't play his music out loud. He listens to it in his headphones. So his younger brother can't even listen to it. But I'm looking at it like he listening to a bunch of just stupid shit. They're like, I can't even, like, these niggas you listen to, I can't even take serious for you to even have a real conversation with you. Like, these niggas is so bad. I'm not even about to listen to it. They even have a conversation with you about what you even listening to. Like, these niggas they not like the people he listening to is just like some random ass, probably like some niggas who I don't even fucking know. Like, it'd be just like some random stupid niggas that like ain't even worth me even. I can't even give you a deep dive of what you fucking listening to because this shit just too. These niggas ain't nobody.
But that's why, and that's why I say I think just like the whole having a conversation. I don't know if it's you can't never say when is a perfect time. You don't know. It's kind of like, all right, when do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes to your door.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to be on it. You have to be on it, kind of.
You gotta gauge it.
You gotta gauge it. And you gotta pay attention. Even when I'm talking about just when it goes to music, like I'm looking at the music and I'm like, all right, none of these, like, these people are like. And I ain't saying like don't get it twisted. Like, it may be like some little New York drill niggas, and they're just like, all right, this is too far out his wheelhouse anyway. And the music is so bad, I can't even take it serious to have a conversation with him. And it's in the midst of playing like kitty ass games too. So it's like, all right, well, cool. It's really like, it's still like, you still got a good balance of a kid. It's like you listening to this bullshit music, but you got your headphones on, so you obviously know don't play it in front of your younger brother, and you still playing fucking Fortnite. Like, it'd be hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I'm glad I'm not a parent, because it's hard to, because to me, the Fortnite shit is almost worse than me being in the 12th grade playing with a toy, because that fucking game is so fucking damn near gay to me. Like, I can't, like, it's hard for me to judge kids off of, like, I get it, they even shooting guns, but I'm like, bro, what the fuck are these gay ass characters y'all playing with? Like, that shit is hard to fucking, like, that's why I'm glad I'm not a parent, because I don't know how you gauge that shit. Because it's the difference with the Call of Duty shit. That's a little bit more dangerous, because these niggas is army fatigue. They got real guns. It's not, Call of Duty ain't friendly. But Fortnite, bro, they be playing with, like, do you see some of the characters they be picking to use? Like, bro, who the fuck are these gay ass characters? Like, where y'all find these? And I'm saying the word I really want to use is like a different word. So it's like, who the fuck are you? Who you playing with? And I always ask them, like, who the fuck is this character you playing with? And why did you pick him? But and they don't fucking know. They just playing and just yelling.
And that's the thing. It's just like,
so that throws you off guard, though.
But they see it. Like I said, it's because even like the other day they asked me, like, oh, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine is in the item shop. Can we get him? And I'm like, dog, you have Deadpool the first time when he came out. But it's not. It's a different one. It's a different skin. I want that.
Yeah, but Deadpool is a little bit. I can respect Deadpool a little bit more than a fucking unicorn with fucking furry fucking shits on his
that's
back.
what I'm saying. But that's what they use. Like I said, it's just a marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like they just put everything, whatever's catchy or trendy at that time. That's what they put up there. Shit, I'm telling you, if Castanet wasn't, they probably put him up there on there. Because you know what I'm saying? Like they just go off of which trending or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I get, like I said, I don't know. I'm glad you asked that comment. That's a question I guess I even need to ask myself because I wouldn't know. Like, even if I was a step parent right now for a fucking teenager, I wouldn't necessarily know how to have those conversations. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how do you. I almost feel like it'll be a little bit easier to have the conversation and maybe like if I was a fucking stepdad to a 15-year-old and she fucking listening to Ice Spice. And then you can kind of like lean yourself into that conversation a little bit more because you kind of see. But I feel like, again, like that Fortnite shit kind of like, even if it's a kid listening to Fortnite and I'm watching Cass and that, like he's so fucking goofy and it's like, and goofy in a good way. Like I like what he do because it's very kid friendly. So it's just like, I wouldn't even know how do you, I don't know how to parent against that because it's a lot different from like fucking if your kids was listening to like fucking Snoop Dogg or Ice Cube or fucking the Hot Boys and shit. It's a lot easier when you know what you're going up against. Whereas this new generation is like, I look at that shit so fucking like, I don't know, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
When you say like even with the being a step parent or just playing, you know, do you if she was to come to you like you said she listened to Ice Spice, would she be like, well, you know, I like this boy, I want to, you know, impress him, but don't tell my mother she don't want me having, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you even? I
feel like that conversation is easier. I feel like that conversation is easy, and I feel like you can. And I can sit here and ask you, like, "Hey, why do you like this little boy? And what do you mean by you trying to impress him?" Like that conversation is easier to have than just a random. I don't know what my kid got going on because.
But would you keep that bond? So my question to you: would you keep that bond with like, all right, well, I'm not going to tell your mom?
Yeah, of course not. Because if it's not leading up to nothing serious, like I couldn't keep no fucking secret where if you sitting here saying, "Hey, I think I'm pregnant," type of shit, or I missed my period. But if you just asking me like how to fucking like date a boy or how to get somebody attention, yeah, that conversation is easy to have, and yeah, you can keep it to yourself because it's not like you want to be able to build a trust with a kid where they can feel like they can come to you and sit here and say certain stuff like if you're going to be the fun parent and not super strict. So I feel like that one is a little bit different. That is a little bit easier, I guess. Why we kind of can segue into something else. I don't necessarily know what Travis Scott got going on, but it was a video footage of Travis Scott getting into a Sprinter van and 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend. And she still, this relationship is still a fresh breakup. It hasn't even been a year yet, so it's still only a couple of months new out of their breakup. And she was seen getting in a Sprinter van with Travis Scott, and then of course Rick Ross got the trolling 50 Cent. Playing Travis Scott music, showing off all the unreleased Travis Scotts he got. Like, oh, this is a Travis Scott weekend. I'm only wearing Travis Scotts this weekend. And the crazy thing is 50 Cent, and you know what's so crazy about 50 Cent? 50 Cent talk shit and troll all day long, but there be certain shit that 50 Cent will skip out on. And I do, because I ain't seen 50 Cent on social media all day today. I'm sure 50 Cent is a busy man, but 50 Cent be like, when he want his presence to be felt and known, he make it felt and known. So I almost want to sit here and say 50 seen that shit. He probably texted that girl and gave her a nice earful via text because it's just like, come on, bro.
But no, ain't that snitching though? Like I feel like when they post them videos of like, oh, this such and such, like dog, like you, like that's pillow talking pretty much, right? Because you put like, who knew that they was together or anything like that?
Of course, but it's the blog page. That's their job. Like I can't be mad at the blogs for doing their job.
Only because I see Academic posted it. That's why I was just like, dog, wow.
I want to play this Cash Doll shit because we talked about it last week, but she had her own. She went on her own little mini rant that, of course, I truly didn't fucking agree with at all. But I just want to play it real quick because we did talk about it last week, and literally right after we talked about it, she went on her Instagram and felt like she had to defend. Where is this shit at? I do respect the Shade Room. They Kamala Harris the death out of their page this week. I respect that. Where was this Cash Doll shit at? Was this it? No. Cash Doll. Where is this Cash Doll video at? Come on, dog. Damn, why can't I find it, John? Like, what the fuck? Well, anyway, I can't. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. But Cash Doll went on a rant and basically was sitting here saying she don't have to be in no relationship. She didn't want to wait to have a baby, to wait on no nigga. She ain't got to get married to have no kid. And she just wanted to have her kid, and she's happy with her situation. And don't tell her that she got to stay with her baby father because they got 2 kids together. She basically said and said, I don't have to wait for no man to have no kids. Y'all know I hate that messaging, and I hate that she even felt like it almost go hand in hand with that girl sitting here saying like, I just don't fuck with that shit. I don't like that. Just here. Why she? Hold on.
What, she was on a podcast or something? Or
She went on her. She went. Oh, here you go. Right.
Why y'all keep coming on here talking about y'all sorry for my breakup? Leave me alone. I ain't sorry. So what if I was lying? What if I was lying about what I post? What if I was lying and y'all just took it and ran with it because y'all are so happy to hear some bad news? That is sickening. I feel like as women, y'all should we should put ourselves first anyway. And that ain't got nothing to do with just men. It's just period. We bring so much to the table. It's just, I want to do y'all, can I ask them, like, do y'all believe in God? Hello, Jesus Christ? I don't think a lot of y'all believe in God. That's why y'all move and be so fucking cruel to people. Y'all need to start believing in God.
What do God got to do with this?
Go talk to him. Go sit down. Go get on your knees and pray. Mad about my breakup more than me. I keep talking about a ring and being married. That shit don't stop neither. All that do is just make it harder for you to break up with somebody. Because now y'all got to go to court. That's all that do. Don't make nothing. Like, I have my baby for me. My babies came from me because I wanted my babies, not to keep them around. So don't ever get it twisted. Don't act like, oh, she's just stuck. I ain't stuck. I'm rich. Buka. Yeah, and then especially when you have a little girl, you just be like, oh, no, I'm not dealing with that type of shit. I ain't downplay marriage, but y'all act like marriage is everything. You can break up when you married too. You can break up when you in a relationship. You can break up when you're not in a relationship. So you can break up at any time. I just hate how y'all just make it seem like that's the way of life. So you want a woman to turn 30, 32, 35 without no kids because she waiting on a nigga to do the right thing. I keep talking about a ring and being married. That shit don't stop neither. You wait on a nigga to do the right thing, you won't never have no kids. And we here to reproduce. So guess what? I have my kids. They here and I love them. They mine. Whoever got something to say about it. I don't feel like no relationship will be perfect until both parties is ready. And that has nothing to do with what type of woman that is or what type of man that is. It's just one person wasn't ready and one person could have been. Okay, I don't sit up here and just talk about all my business on social media all the time, but I go through just like y'all. I never claim to have the perfect situation. I just express it, and through pictures and videos. I didn't hide my situation because I had beautiful kids out of it, but that's not my life of just sitting here pretending like everything is okay.
All right, yeah, cool. I hate people talk too slow. Y'all know that. So yeah, that shit to me, I'm not a fan of it. I'm going to stand firmly on. I'm not. That shit to me just sound ignorant. I hate that she sit here and try to hide because, oh, I'm rich. I don't give a fuck if you was rich or poor. That fucking, again, when we talking about the stereotypes that people continuously throw around when we talking about just making it seem like it's okay to just be like, you trying to glorify it, okay, being a fucking, what you basically glorifying is being a fucking single mom because you rich and that shit is okay because I wanted to have kids. I wasn't waiting for no nigga. I don't need him to be married or whatever the case may be. And then even just that same dumb shit with the girl talking about fucking prenup, dog. That's on you. That's your fault. You wanted to get fucking pregnant by Tracy T because I'm sure you wouldn't have had that same energy if you would have let one of them fucking athlete niggas who been on your heels get you pregnant. I ain't, bro. That shit's corny. I'm not a fan of that. And that's why, again, I'm going to say vote for Kamala Harris, dog, please, because y'all be blowing me, bro. Like, I just want to make people with an actual fucking skill be fucking famous again. Like, I want that shit to be a fucking thing from 2024 moving on. Actual people with skills. I don't want it to be just off your fucking looks. I want you to have some skill. Athletic, educational, musically, acting, something. Have a real fucking talent, dog. Because this shit is extra, just people just saying random shit and just continuously passing on generational curses and making this shit seem like it's okay because you're financially straight. Bro, I'm cool on that shit. And that shit is just ignorant. I don't fuck with Cash Doll for saying that shit the same way I ain't fuck with that fucking broke ass girl with the bad fucking weave saying the same exact shit. Like,
so But I got a question.
Mhm.
Men have felt the same, felt that for a minute. So what's the issue now that women may have jumped?
I don't think it's right either way to feel that way. I don't think it's right to sit here and be like, I'm not waiting for somebody to get their act together, but you still just like continuously bringing kids into the
not with that part, but with the part of like the marriage thing. Like they don't want to get married. Like why get married? And I'm not asking why get married. I'm just saying a lot of men feel the same way.
And I mean, I disagree with that shit. I don't, especially when you're talking about, again, when you asked the question earlier about what makes a real man a man, and that's why I said it depends on, every situation is different, because like she just said, I'm rich. I don't care. I don't need no nigga to act right. I can still provide for myself. I can still do whatever the case may be. So what would be her definition of a man? Because basically what she just said in a nutshell is she was ready for a real family and a real relationship, but saying it in so many less words, with this nigga wasn't ready, and I'm not waiting for him to get ready for me to raise my family. So if you were to sit here and say, again, we talking about what was the purpose of you having kids with him, because I'm sure you didn't sit here and look off for other boxes. And that's why, again, I said, excuse me, what really makes a man, it shouldn't be just the financial shit. Because if y'all not on the same frequency financially, I mean, not financially, but mentally, spiritually, and physically, I just think that all the money shit, should be the last of all of it. Because if one of y'all financially good and the other one not, if you still check off all those other boxes, I'm sure you can build a solid foundation if me and you are mentally on the same page and we spiritually align. Because if we spiritually align, we going to feel some type of way on bringing kids into this world out of wedlock.
Okay, I agree.
So, but that's why I said, again, I think a lot of those times when we talking about just the materialistic shit, that's why you see a lot of the girls who are materialistic end up being single forever. Like she ain't getting no younger. She talking crazy, but bro, you in your fucking 30s and you got 2 fresh babies. Like neither one of them ain't even 5 yet. And like we just said last week, she ain't got no hit record. So like, bro, how hot do you think, how many, I don't necessarily know if the niggas gonna be knocking on her door like they was knocking on her door 5 years ago when she didn't have the kids. So she like popping big shit, where it's like, I'm sure the celebrity niggas ain't going as crazy for cash doll as they was before she just had 2 kids. Because guess what? Niggas do got egos. Niggas ain't like, I don't want to sit here and be fucking the stepdaddy to Tracy T kids.
Well, I mean, I don't know who he is.
That's my fucking point. So if you don't know who he is, how you think if I'm Kevin Durant, you think Kevin Durant want to fucking play stepdaddy to Tracy T kids? This ain't Future we talking about. This Tracy fucking T.
What's the difference? I mean, what difference do it make?
Listen to what I'm saying. It makes a big difference between pause no homo. I rather fucking share baby moms or fucking like, I'm sure Russell Wilson can get his rocks off by playing stepdaddy to Future's fucking kids and showing off as a better dad as the stepdad than the real father, because it's Future. I get to throw these jabs at you via these pictures and they hit harder because you actually are somebody. So these bitches in the shade room comments gonna eat you up every time I show up as the amazing stepdad. Nobody gives a fuck about Tracy T. We barely give a fuck about Cash Dog. So who really want to? I don't want, like, come on. That's my point of like we passing around that generational trauma, and it's literally like, y'all know I'm a comment. Bro, this shit almost got 10,000 comments, dog. And you know what the comments look like. If it's 10,000 comments on the shade room, you know what the comments look like. It's so many bitches in it. Yes, girl, you don't need these niggas. Fuck them. You just had your kids, man. Like, man, vote Kamala Harris and support the WNBA. Let's push out these Bush League bitches and these fucking no fucking real talent having ass motherfuckers. Like, I'm cool. Like, bro, please. Vote for Kamala Harris and fucking support the WNBA. Let's just make having actual talent or educational skill level a thing again. Like, please, like, because I swear to God, like, the baby mama shit is just, that shit is corny. It's just as corny as the BBL. It was like, bro, let's get rid of this shit like as fast as we possibly can. Let's get to Erica Mena. Erica Mena.
She on drugs.
Who, Erica Mena?
Yeah.
Why you say that? Because she looks so skinny?
I mean, just in the way she was talking, like looking at the video, like she was like, how?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she got a little, I mean, she don't got too many screws upstairs anyway. Hold on real quick before I play this Erica Mena thing.
It's okay to be blackity black. It's no
yeah, because y'all judged me before when I sit here and said I used to lie about being Indian. That's why I wanted to play this clip before we play Erica Mena.
Then don't even be knowing no tribe but Cherokee. The most common lie that people tell, baby, that they mix with Indian. It's okay to be blackity black. It's no Cherokee.
I told y'all thought I was joking. But let me play this clip from Erica Mena and Cam Newton. And I'm not going to, let me just play this clip before I give my opinion.
Pointed in the fact that I let down women of color who
No, you didn't.
felt that I was speaking on that in that manner.
Yeah.
I do wish that more of her actions was shown just so the audience had a better understanding of what provoked me to actually say that initial comment. But at the same time, I'm going to take my,
I'm glad you said that.
I'm taking my accountability.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. Regardless of what she was doing, I really wholeheartedly feel like it was just all wrong in the choice of words.
And yes, was the edit
horrible?
You know, in
it
the
was
way.
so horrible because all you see me is yelling in a window.
Yeah.
You don't see what's in the window.
Yeah. But that's
that was literally her. She had her ass.
Yeah.
Like pulled down her pants and had her ass in the window talking about, yes, that hates me, you stupid bitch, and put her. So in that moment of her like throwing her ass in the window, it just was like, you a fucking animal. Like you have no, like as a woman, like you're coming for me about my kid and you don't even know him. And honestly, I don't even want to get into all that details because that don't even matter. What matters is I understand the impact that I have more than ever now. And after what happened from that, I know my mission. Now, I have a lot to make up for. What you said, like, we can't sugarcoat it. I got to take 1000% responsibility for what I said. And I do, and I stand in it, and I know I fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, all I'm asking is for some time to make up for it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I know I can. Whether it's, who knows, and maybe doing a movie role that like makes a stance and sends a message that's empowering, or just even in my show that I got coming on for women to feel more confident in their sexuality or whatever. Like, I just feel like there's just a bigger mission now.
Yeah.
And now that I know the impact that I have off of saying one word, I just feel so obligated to use that and just know, okay, one word can affect. How do I use that impact but make it powerful and positive? And I don't have the answer for you right now, but I know, like, God, with all the work I've been doing, it's gonna come.
My question is
what would you say, Eric?
It's not.
What?
It's nothing she could do to make up for calling her a monkey. Like, what are you?
But people say 10 times things worse than that. I mean, my thing is, with her apologizing, is it because you only apologize because maybe you money, you're not getting the show, or you're not getting what
you messed your bag up?
You messed your bag up. But
It's
for
not
real, like, what are you talking about? People, you said worse things. I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 in your daily routine.
Do you think people only upset with her or felt some type of way because the girl really looked like a monkey? Let's call it.
Because she do that, and that's what I'm just trying to say.
Like,
what did you say wrong?
Like, but I just think that's what make people really mad. Like, let's just be honest. The reason why people took it to offense because the fucking girl that she called a monkey really looked like a fucking monkey. Like, we just gotta, sometimes we gotta stop sugarcoating shit, and we gotta fucking, like, we gotta stop though. And that was my thing. What I told y'all last week when we sit here and say, bro, I don't understand it because I'm not a black woman and I'm not a dark-skinned woman, so I don't know what the real feeling behind some of that shit is. But I can just tell sometimes when it's like, especially on via social media, it's easier to get support and people put up a wall for you and go out their way to kind of to protect you and champion you a lot more if you're a dark-skinned woman, because we done heard endless women say way worse shit to each other, way worse than that. Like, this ain't the first time you've heard somebody sit here like a fucking black ass monkey or blue head, whatever the fuck she called her. Like, we didn't heard people call each other. We didn't heard other famous women call each other worse shit than that. Like, there's no way in hell that you sitting here telling me that Nicki Minaj's mom Nicki Minaj should sit here and play with Meg Thee Stallion mother, and y'all was okay with that. And people was like acting like Bigfoot was the hardest shit they ever heard. And y'all actually sitting here telling me that Erica Mena supposed to be going on some fucking apology tour for calling the girl a fucking black monkey. Like, what are we talking about?
Because they call black people monkeys. That was probably.
Okay. But she ain't white.
Huh?
Erica Mena ain't white.
She ain't black. She's Puerto Rican or Spanish. Or
Okay, man, but that's that New York shit. I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I just like, come on, dog. Like, I just like, I don't get it. I
get it if she probably said nigga, but she called it like she
nigga.
Like
I don't even know if I
would.
would give a fuck if she called her a nigga.
She looked like a monkey. So I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah, but I get it. No, if she was white, I get where you can't say that.
But even they feel like sometimes even they might get offended if she said that if she calls somebody a nigga because she's not black. So it's the same thing. Regardless of whether she look like a monkey or not, you're not in the race, or people might not look at you like that. So how dare you say something like that when that's what black people was called? They were called monkeys.
Yeah, and realistically, your hands just got to work. Shout out to Amber Rose. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. Amber Rose hands fucking work.
You saw the video?
Yeah, I seen the video. Yeah, your hands got to work. That's all I got to say. Is like you, if you,
she fucked her up.
Yeah,
she fucked her up. She fucked Jocelyn up. But the crazy thing is, like, Jocelyn went on so many fucking podcasts and so many different radio shows talking like she beat Amber Rose ass, and Amber Rose knew. I respect Amber Rose gangster a little bit because she never came out and debunk whatever because Jocelyn literally went on Drink Champ, she went on the Breakfast Club, she went on endless big platforms and was telling people like she beat fucking Jocelyn. I mean, like, she beat Amber Rose ass, and that was a whole bald-faced lie. And Amber Rose never came out and said nothing. And the video just randomly just popped. TMZ got a hold of it, and then that shit was on every other fucking blog page. And Amber Rose was motherfucking clutching the shit out of her with straight uppercuts. Had grabbed Jocelyn by her hair and was hitting her with all ups. And Jocelyn was trying to grab for head. It wasn't there. Amber Rose is bald headed. Jack ain't nothing there for you to hold on to. And she was just hitting her ass. Bop, bop, bop. I was like, holy shit. What else was going on in the world? It's one of these crazy little stories. This nigga was a big time drug dealer, and he was the plug for El Chapo. They said this nigga made $10 billion. He literally just got locked up. He said he was the most undercover drug dealer of all times. This nigga net worth is $10 billion, dog.
He got locked up.
Yeah, he literally just got locked up over the weekend.
Is that the one they say they just found the picture of him?
Yeah, his name is Eli Emanuel. And he literally just locked up in Mexico government is mad because they was just basically like the Americans, just the way they came and locked him up, like they literally damn near almost kidnapped him. Like I think once he got caught in Texas, he got caught. I believe he got caught in Texas. But they said this nigga was like the plug for Chicago. Like all the drugs that was in Chicago from whatever to whatever, he was the nigga that was supplying everybody in Chicago. Like, nigga, a net worth of $10 billion from selling drugs is crazy. And he probably realistically, I don't even know if he ever gonna do any real time because it seemed like they trying to figure out how to fight back and get this nigga back immediately. Because we did talk about the young lady who got what was her name? Tanda God, who got killed in Oakland last week. We did talk about it. They found her killer fast. I was trying to look and see if he posted or something or he said something to kind of snitch on himself, but they just literally, it's just a report saying he got locked up. So they didn't say how they caught him or whatever the case may be. So I don't necessarily know how that one worked, how they found him. But yeah, it's Rap City in the basement for him, Jacko. And again, we did talk about casting that a little bit earlier. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Shout out to him just for coming up with different little creative ways to interview people because he pulled up on Ice Spice and him and Ice Spice did a live stream in a U-Haul, Joe. And it's just again, it's like, I don't even care what else you say after this. Y'all start this interview, nigga. It's just the fact that literally y'all in the U-Haul truck.
Oh, that's what they was at?
Yeah, they was in a U-Haul truck. Oh, shit. He was doing a live stream in a U-Haul truck, like just that creativity and just kind of like setting the bar and kind of like just changing stuff a little bit differently. I respect it and I just like it a lot. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Ice Spice do some shade at Cardi B, and Ice Spice did it the smart way because you did it on your album. And then Cardi B was like, I got all y'all. I see y'all sneak this. Because let's be clear, JT did this Cardi B last week on her album or mixtape, whatever she want to call it, and then Ice Spice got her lick back. She basically talked about Cardi B messing with her face or whatever the case may be, saying that she took Cardi B's spot. So I mean, we're gonna see. I hope that this kind of put a little bit more fire under Cardi B to make her want to put out an album sooner than later. But she did say, I'm gonna get my lick back on each and every last one of y'all when I drop my album. So I mean, we're gonna see. Hopefully that motivates her to want to put out more music. But I do want to play this clip real quick because I'm sure you have to probably really be a podcast nerd or really just in the hip hop YouTube space to probably even really care about this topic. But I'm sure it is some people who kind of really into the podcast space, or even if you're a fan of Charlamagne, or you even just indulge in any of the other YouTube hip hop spaces. So I'm gonna play this clip of Charlamagne basically been going back and forth with Elliott Wilson, because we didn't talk about the complex list of the top 25 hip hop media, basically pundits, like media heads talking spaces. We didn't talk about it at all, but Elliott Wilson and Charlamagne had their little back and forth. And Peter Rosenberg, for people who don't know who Peter Rosenberg is, he works on Ebro in the Morning, and he had a little clip where he wanted to put his 2 cents into it. And I'm just gonna play this clip, and I'll give my opinion on Elliott Wilson and Rosenberg.
I'm trying to be the 50-year-old person still complaining about not being on lists, beefing with screamers, doing goofy shit, starting shit, online with rappers just to keep my name relevant. No.
That's definitely a shot at Elliott. And listen, Charlamagne, you definitely get your opportunities to do things, because the Daily Show has given this guy 30 chances. This guy's never getting that job. If you were to watch a Charlamagne episode and then watch a Jordan Klepper episode, you'd be like, all right, one guy's the guy who knows how to do this, and one guy is doing a perpetual fucking tryout. Every show he's done has sucked. None of it works. He keeps getting shots. So yeah, you do transcend. Why are you hating on Elliott? Because he still cares about it. You're not a real hip hop commenter anyway. No one ever respected Charlamagne's taste on music. You could say whatever you want about Elliott Wilson. You're not going to question that he cares about it and knows shit about it. You're still having young artists come on and try to embarrass them on camera. You're doing that same shit at 50 years old. Be super happy that you're high on the complex hip hop media list. That's where it's ending for you, bro. It ain't ending with a fucking Emmy. Because the next time you get a big show, guess what? Everyone's going to remember shit and you're going to lose it again.
Like that. One, because I mean Rosenberg is cool. He's on Ebro's show. I do listen to Ebro and them every fucking day, just same way I listen to the Breakfast Club. But it's just, I do sometimes, and I thought about it, was like, I feel like when you get to a certain platform and y'all all have interviewed the same people, I feel like it's easy for somebody to critique. Like, even when we talk about sports, I'm cool with Stephen A giving his opinion because he never played in the NBA. So I kind of almost will respect Stephen A's opinion a little bit more differently from Big Perk. Some people may like the person who played the sport before, but I kind of just be like, I don't know how you realistically can judge. Okay, somebody said Amber Rose did go on Jason Lee's show and told him what happened. So yeah, Amber Rose did defend herself. I'm not a huge Jason Lee person, so I did see the clip floating around, but I ain't really listened to it. Like, I like listening to Jason Lee on other people's shit, but I really don't listen to his junk by himself, to be honest. But so yeah, I do with the Elliott and Charlamagne, or even Rosenberg, like he trying to kind of like throw shade at Charlamagne and say nobody, bro, like the Breakfast Club is like the biggest shit like ever in the black community. When we talk about radio shows, like he's the bar. They are in the Radio Hall of Fame. You can't sit here and try to like you talking about this is the only list. This nigga Charlamagne is a fucking New York Times bestseller. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's my point with certain shit. Like, I get it. If it's smoke, it's smoke, but you can't just sit here and say hating shit just to say hating shit. Like, that to me is just like you literally trying to hate on fucking Charlamagne and say nobody never gave a fuck about his opinion. Like, you crazy? Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? This is the fucking Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is the fucking pinnacle. It is the bar for black media outlets. It ain't nothing bigger. It ain't nothing higher. You niggas can say whatever you want. Like, the fucking Breakfast Club is the bar. For whites, it's Joe Rogan. For black people, it's the fucking Breakfast Club. Like stop, dog. What are we doing? Like, that to me is just pure hate. And like, and I get it. Like, you just got to work hard, or you just got to find a different way. Like, you can't, I just don't agree with that take. Like, I feel like that's just the worst fucking take. And that shit was just like hate. And I get it. I mean, I don't know how you kind of judge a nigga giving his opinion when it's really beef, but it's like, you can't sit here and be serious and say niggas never valued Charlamagne's opinion, because the Breakfast Club wouldn't be as big as it is if people didn't. You know how many women I know who hated Angela Yee for, I'm talking about women. Any woman that I know actually listened to the Breakfast Club used to hate Angela Yee. So there's no way in fucking hell you telling me that people were not listening to the Breakfast Club for Charlamagne's fucking opinion. If you actually sitting here telling me, because I even seen Elliott tweet out, oh, you in the Hall of Fame as a glorified third mic. Like, stop, dog. Like, it be just certain shit. Like, I get it if it's smoke, you trying to say whatever, but like, bro, Charlamagne's the GOAT. He the fucking ball. I don't know what you niggas talking about. Y'all niggas got to suck a dick. Like, that shit just don't even make sense. What else is going on? Tom Brady and Kevin Hart's roast. Tom Brady, his basically, I mean, of course, I think we talked about Tom Brady going on the pivot and walking his take back on doing the roast because the way it made his kids and made his ex-wife feel. And Kevin Hart was kind of just like, I mean, I get it. Did you got to deal with it with your kids? But like, nigga, who gives a fuck? And Kevin Hart was basically trying to say it in a polite way, like, who gives a fuck? It's a roast, nigga. And the roast is going to open up other doors for you because people actually got to see you had a real personality. And I do think that is one of the things that kind of just playing with the New England Patriots for so many years. We've all said this a million times. Nobody even knew Tom Brady had a personality. So that roast is kind of like, bro, your kids is rich. Your kids go to private school. Like, you got to figure out a way for them to deal with the shit. Because I get where Kevin Hart was like, nigga, we like, come on, dog. Like, stop. Like, I get it. Maybe you feel like it was took too far, but it is what it is. And other news, of course, Chris Brown and Yellow Beezy are getting sued. They get sued 2 different times. One, they getting sued for a group of 4 guys that they beat the shit out of at a backstage of a Chris Brown concert. And then it's this old security guard who said he got his neck messed up. He's trying to sue for $15 million. The 4 dudes trying to sue for 50. I'm sure they won't get nowhere near close to the 50 million. And I feel like when you shoot that high of a clip for a lawsuit, you're just trying to settle. I'm sure if I'm shooting for 50, realistically, 9 times out of 10, you niggas will probably settle for 5. I don't know how bad you got to get beat up to even get 5 million. And I feel like if Chris Brown didn't have such a horrible track record, shit, even Yellow Beezy, if both of them niggas didn't have a horrible track record, I don't necessarily know if the lawsuit probably would have ever came out. But I feel like the security guard, made it like he went to the hospital in real life, really had real issues and problems. So, I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily know how they going to figure that one out. I'm sure they're going to have to pay somebody. What else was going on? Oh, yeah, did you hear the Gucci Mane and JT song?
Yeah.
What you thought about it?
It's cool.
I kind of wonder why JT didn't put fucking Gucci Mane on the album. I heard that song. That shit was some trash. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I get it. Now, because y'all remember I came on here, I was like, damn, I wouldn't have mind hearing Gucci and JT on the OK Jump with Jeezy. And it was like, yeah, that Gucci Mane just lost it, bro. Like, and it's just sometimes it was like, I just feel like Yo Gotti just do it the best way. Like, I'm gonna just pop out and do features with the young niggas here and there. It's just like, because Gucci, his catalog, like, if you're a Gucci fan, you can really respect his mixtape run. Like, I feel like most niggas who really, if you ever was a Gucci fan, you can put Gucci mixtape run up there with Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Dipset, The Lox, like any of Fabulous, any of those niggas who are like goated in the mixtape series and the mixtape run, you put Gucci in that conversation. But I feel like after the jail Gucci, like, bro, he just ain't never got it back right. Like, music-wise, like, he got a song like Here or There that you could tolerate, but yeah, that's a hard no for me. A lot of times when I be listening to some Gucci shit, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Shout out to Lil Durk. He put out a new song with what the fuck is how the fuck I keep with YBT Fat. He put out a new song with YBT Fat. What else was some other music? Oh, Skilla Baby. Dog, I swear to God, Skilla Baby is maybe he has mastered putting out music for women. He got a new song on his new project he just called out, and it's called Body Banging. And just the details when he be rapping and he be talking about women in the songs, like he was like, girl, your body banging, no niggas can't touch you, the only niggas that can touch you is your gay friends. And I be feeling like, dog, he pay attention to the way women communicate around him. Like, he be knowing exactly what to say that's gonna make girls eat this shit up on social media. They're gonna use it for captions, they're gonna blow it up on TikTok, they're gonna blow it up on the Instagram reels. Like, I'm like, this nigga is very, because that should take a skill, because everybody can't do it. Like, and Skilla Baby do that shit perfectly. Like, I feel like it's other niggas who be trying to do it and everybody just can't do it the same. Like, Skilla Baby do that shit very effortless. Like, no, I'm not gonna lie, he be putting on a master class. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about, because I did talk about this young lady before, Stunner Girl. Stunner Girl was the young lady. I think we talked about her 2 times on this show before. One, when she had her back and forth because she with the Sierra stuff, because she couldn't get the song cleared. And then the next time was when her and her boyfriend got into it at a show with a dude who touched her butt in the crowd. Well, now I don't necessarily know what is or where she got shot at or how she got shot or where she was at when she got shot, but she did get shot last night. And it was some young lady that I guess they was on one of these reality shows together, and they was beefing, and the girl was just laughing and making jokes about it. Like, I told you, my God, don't play with me. I ain't know when it was gonna happen, but I told you it was gonna happen. And like I said, I'm not a huge Stunner Girl fan, so I don't necessarily know, but from listening to that young lady's clip who was like trolling her after she got shot, it seemed like this Stunner Girl kind of be like wishing death on people and really be trying to like lean into the gangster shit. So people was kind of just like, all right, that's the energy that you put out. You kind of, you like we talked about before when we talked about the young lady who was trolling her ex and the nigga ended up killing her for it. You gotta be careful on the energy you put out there. So I mean that did happen. So I mean, thoughts and prayers out to her. I guess. Do y'all know what a brat is? Do y'all know the slang brat? Do y'all know what that is? Have y'all heard it? Okay, so I do want to play it, and I'm gonna play first. I'm gonna play the black lady first who explained it, and then I'm gonna play the white people who explain it. I think it don't make it no better.
Is a boss. When you go to the polls in this country as a parent, you should have more power. You should have more of an ability to speak your voice in our democratic republic than people who don't have kids. Let's face the consequences and the reality. If you don't have as much of an investment in the future of this country, maybe you shouldn't get nearly the same voice. Now, people will say, and I'm sure the Atlantic and the Washington Post and all the usual suspects will criticize me about this in the coming days. Well, doesn't this mean that non-parents don't have as much of a voice as parents? Doesn't this mean that parents get a bigger say in how our democracy functions? Yes, absolutely.
Oh, they don't even know how that got.
A lot of people think that Barbies run the world, but Brat is a boss. And when you think about Kamala Harris, she's a boss. And she's been a boss for decades on decades. I had to wear my pants. I thought about wearing a skirt, but she rocked those pantsuits. Barbie wasn't rocking pantsuits till like the 2000s. Brats are innovative. They think different. They're creative, and they're fresh out the box. So, along with beauty, class, and style, they are just alternative. And that is everything that Kamala Harris stands for. A lot of people think.
I'm going on TikTok and get TikTok's definition of what brat was, because I had to find it because a homegirl of mine kept asking, like, what is brat? I keep saying it on TikTok. I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck that shit is. But I found it, and it was just I was like, bro, this is some white people shit.
I thought you were talking about the dough.
Nah, it's a saying. Like, it's like even on Instagram, if you go to your Instagram story, you can change it to brat. Hold on, let me find it. What is brat? Explain what brat is.
So I saw that Charlie XCX posted Kamala is brat. Kamala's campaign was pretty excited about it, but there appeared to be some confusion over what that exactly means. Watch this.
The pop star seemingly endorsed Harris. They're trying to suggest that Harris is a brat.
You take away the A. Kamala is brat.
It's not the brat, it's brat.
My wife was wondering what Kamala is brat means.
It's not that Kamala Harris is a brat, she is brat.
You're just that girl who is a little messy and likes to party and maybe says some dumb things sometimes.
All of their kids are watching. Like, if you want to know what the definition of cringe is, this is it.
You must first understand the phrase brat, to be brat. Once you understand brat, you can be the president of the United States. But what does brat mean? Brat is bold, real, audacious, trend-setting. In modern pop culture, brat refers to a persona characterized by unapologetic confidence and vulnerability, embracing both strength and insecurities, marked by messiness, authenticity, playfulness, depth, and cultural influence, and is also a newly released album by Charlie XCX.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
You now know what brat means, so get out there and have a hashtag brat summer. You must first.
I cussed my friend out for just even having me search that shit. Like, bro, there's certain shit, a lot of kids that have whatever they want. Like, it's some lingo that I don't want to know about. Like, certain shit, I'm just feel like I'm old. I don't need to know what the hell it is. I don't want to know what a brat sum is. I'm cool on that. What's that?
Oh, no, that was.
Oh, yeah, I don't, yeah, so I'm cool. But I just played it because I had to figure it out, so I was just going to play it for y'all, what it was. This story is wild.
Incarcerated, we thought that was the one.
I was married once before to my child's father. He's been incarcerated since my son was 5 years old. I stayed with my ex for about 2 years after he was incarcerated. It's a little provocative how we met, but now I finally get to have what I've been waiting for. My ex was Troy's cell neighbor in prison. One day I was visiting and he pointed out Troy. I was like, damn, he's fine. Like, I just could not stop thinking about him. I just could not believe this is a person that's sitting in jail.
I've been incarcerated for 7 years.
I was charged with criminal possession of a weapon in the second, attempted robbery in the first. I was incarcerated with her now ex-husband. She was doing three-way calls for me. I was chasing the ex-situations, and my wife captured me. I feel like I was saved. She makes me very happy, and she is a very, very beautiful woman.
Are you sure this is the one this time?
My child's father, that relationship really took a toll on me.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was the one at all. I think that I was going with the flow because I felt like that was the right thing to do because that was, you know, our family. Me and my ex, we got a divorce because Troy said that he did not want to move forward with me being married.
Meeting him and getting married while he was still incarcerated and not ever having lived with him is going to be an adjustment. Talking to someone on the phone all the time is a little different. Having to deal with their personal habits and making space for each other. It's going to be...
Yes, I'm calling. What's going on?
Ready for your husband to love all over you?
I sure am.
I can't wait.
No, everybody can hear you, Troy.
Hey, son.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you? Excited?
Absolutely. Overly excited.
You're going to be preaching when you get that first Sunday, right? You getting your word ready?
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna be preaching.
Well, I don't know. We'll see, Troy. We'll see what God says.
Y'all gonna pressure the wrong person. Y'all gonna see.
I'm going to step away. Reason why it's so important to have a relationship with Christ for us is that it would help to give him stability, give him guidance, give him direction, and then coming to a wife. Not only is he married to her, but he's married to our family's standards.
When it comes to the whole church thing, you know, they didn't even allow us to be free-spirited.
Yeah.
Realistically, we're not going to church every Sunday.
On Sundays, I like to go hiking. We can have our own church service in nature and forest and, you know.
Travel in the world.
Absolutely.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Do you love your husband?
I absolutely love you.
Baby, I'll call you in a minute, all right?
Bye.
I will call myself a spontaneous person, and women attract to me like magnets. When I get out of here, I have to contact certain people in order for me to be able to move forward and, you know, kind of make up for some of this lost time.
Whew. You should have been singing with us. We had a chance to really talk about Troy coming home.
I'm looking for him to make sure he loves you the way that you deserve to be loved. You know him, be watching. All the way here. People got options. If you got a mess, you can keep it messy. It's up to you.
If my relationship with Troy doesn't work out, I will be hurt. That's my dog. Like, that's my best friend. Plus, Troy did adopt Azael while he's been incarcerated.
He need to be at church. He's working. Commitment to God. Commitment to you, to Azael.
I did not put a father on his birth certificate because my ex didn't really act like a father. So I left it blank in hopes that whoever I was married would want to adopt Azael. And
Listen to what I'm telling you. And this is the shit that women watch, dog. This is an actual TV show.
What is it like? 90 Days Lockup? Or?
Yeah, so one of them weird ass fucking shows. I don't know which one of it. Which show? Did we say which show this is? Came off of. Hold on.
I found my person. Whatever life brings us, I know that we can handle it together.
Love After Lockup. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, dog? Like, did you just hear what this woman just said? You literally was married to a nigga who was locked up and end up divorcing him to marry his fucking his cellmate. This can't be real, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna. This shit make me kind of mad as a fucking man that's out in the free world, and I fucking sit here can't even fucking. Oh my god! Shout out to that nigga, dog. He's goated. Because
was they married? No. So she was married to the baby father, or they were just?
Yes, they was married. They was married, and she still didn't put this nigga on the fucking birth certificate. Don't you hear how crazy she sound? Said I left the birth certificate open, hoping that I will find a new husband who will want to be a real father. You come on.
I think they got to be paying people for these shows. You gotta get something because that's
how much could they pay you to say some white dog? How
shit? I mean, you ain't got nothing there. They made you famous. We talking about you,
nigga. She ain't make. How they make her famous? I don't even know her name.
She on the show.
You famous? You getting something?
Man, get the fuck out of here, dog. Like, come on, dog. This ain't no.
They gotta be paying.
Even if they pay, listen to what I'm saying. Even if they paying you something, how much can they pay you to sit here and want to make yourself sound that fucking stupid on national TV?
That goes back to morals.
People do for less. People do for less.
But no, but even just playing that goes back into the original conversation when you asked me earlier, when you sit here and said, what makes a man a man? Explain to me what the fuck do you think she think a man is? Because listen to even how her parents were saying, like her parents is really into religion. They in a church. They got their own church. He don't even want to go to church.
I think this is scripted. I don't think this is real. It can't be real.
How can it not be real? Y'all was the same people who sit here and said that the Tyler Perry shit seemed like it could have been real. What's the difference? It's the same. And now I want to apologize to Tyler Perry because this shit is real.
I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but that's a lot.
I'm with you. That is a lot.
You
but
divorced your husband that was locked up to marry his cellmate. Like that's
my point. Oh,
how was he okay with that shit? Like,
yeah, that nigga would have been dead. I ain't gonna lie.
You calling like he three.
I mean, only two things that can happen. Obviously, her husband, maybe what she even said towards the end, maybe he really just never loved her. Or he didn't care. Right. Maybe he was using her or whatever the case may be. So because there's no way my actual wife I could have been in love with, I would have killed you in that jail. I would fucking cool. I would just have to do life in jail. There's no way in hell you're gonna sit here and play in my face like that. There's no way in hell you could be my cellmate and you're sitting here flirting with my wife, unless I don't love her at all. But if I actually loved her for real, like this is my real wife, like I really value my vows, I really love this woman. Like you would have, come on, dog, you would have been dead in this goddamn jail cell. And she talking about this is my best friend. How? You don't even know her. Like, listen to what her mother said, dog. Y'all ain't even lived together yet. How is this your best friend? You know this nigga from the phone? Like, dog, where are these delusional women at? I need some of them, dog. If you that delusional, please jump in my DM. Because god damn, that's crazy, dog.
Got a hell of a talking piece right there.
Nigga, ain't that much talking in the goddamn world. Like, nigga, that's insane. It gotta be
because if he was in jail, right? You had to be talking.
No, nigga, yeah, but that's crazy, dog. Like, ain't no way in hell.
And he adopted the child already. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit is OC. I'm not gonna lie to you. I guess just real quick, the last other story I really got is it was a man who was sitting here and got robbed for $18,000 in cash, a Rolex, a gold chain, Louis Vuitton, and a camera. He met a girl on social media. Matter of fact, he met her on Instagram. He was in Miami, linked up with her, brought her to the hotel room, fell asleep, and he got robbed. He got robbed, but he really ain't get robbed. You just got caught slipping. So one thing about meeting girls over the gram, you gotta be careful, dog. I don't care how bad she is or how easy. If it seems too easy, sometimes too easy is damn near it's not even. That shit can't even be real.
Stupid. And why you got all that out? Or even
I mean, because nigga, 9 times 10, that's how you probably got her. You probably the super flashy nigga on Instagram and this and the curse. So she kind of just like he just ain't know that you was sweet.
So my question to you, how do you move after that? Because
I mean, he called the police.
No, I'm saying you call the police, but I'm just saying like, you just take that L, like, all right.
I mean, it depends on what, obviously he ain't no street nigga because he called the police.
So that's what but I'm saying, but if you got the money, like you had that, right? Let's just say I got the money, I'm tricking, I'm doing whatever the case may be. But how do you go forward? Like, if you got like that, do you like, all right, I'm still gonna keep doing it? Like, is it a wake up call for you?
I mean, hopefully. Sometimes some people need to get burnt by the stone a couple times.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I got, like I said, my last story, and because we talked about marketing earlier, shout out to Cardi B. Cardi B voice is just so loud and so popular. Cardi B criticized Popeye's lemon pepper wings because y'all do know, I'm sure Popeye's, Wendy's, all of them are starting to try to do these new wings or these new dipping sauces, and she shitted on Popeye's lemon pepper wings, and now Popeye's is trying to give her an endorsement to help her come up with her own wings.
Smart.
Yeah, why not?
It's Cardi B.
It's just, bro. Sometimes you got a different type of. Oh yeah, man. I could. You know the crazy thing is, and this was bad by me. I ain't gonna play it now, but I should have played when we was talking about earlier about coming outside and just maybe you may be missing your blessing. I should have played the clip of Funny Marco. No, Funny Marco and the white girl.
Oh, that shit. I listened to.
I should have played it then, but I didn't play it, but I should have played it then because it kind of go hand in hand when we were just talking about coming out of out of your comfort zone, because basically Funny Marco was criticizing her for still trying to do her same dry humor that she can get off on a podcast. And like, bro, nobody wants to pay to see that live.
Yeah.
But then she kind of was like, nigga, this is me. This is not an act. This is who I really am. I really got anxiety. This is really how I give it up. I mean, this is not like some fucking facade. So what you want me to do? You want me to be somebody that I'm not. So I mean, I kind of felt her when she said that one. And I do want to play this last clip of Jada Waiter, Jada Chavez, whatever you want to call her. She does have a sister. I'm sure people, if you're really into that world, you know that she has a sister. But her and Des Dior has a podcast, and they had her sister on there, and her sister had a baby by 600 Breezy. You probably got to really be into the Chicago drill scene to know who 600 Breezy is. Or one time, I think he was dating Alexis Sky. I don't know how I forgot to talk about Alexis Sky. I'm gonna talk about Alexis Sky after I play this clip, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Your child's father, which I'm not happy about.
Why the fuck is it so low?
We can talk about that.
Oh.
Why are you not happy about it? No, I mean, I need that one thing, but back on topic. So you just revealed your child's father, which I'm not happy about, but we could talk about that. Why are you not happy about it? No, I mean, let's just get into it. I just feel like she did her pregnancy herself, so why give him a platform? I don't think she was doing it to try to give him.
It wasn't about giving him the platform. It was about, honestly, I didn't really give a fuck about what the fuck anybody had to say about it, because at the end of the day, who the fuck wake up with motherfucking Blaze every motherfucking day? Like,
You
who
do.
the fuck ride a motherfucking milk?
You do. Who the fuck went 9 months? But they said you did.
Period. So it's
why we praising him?
Who the fuck
not
praising
praising, not
him?
even praising, but it's like, why the fuck we giving him? But I think sometimes you gotta do stuff like that just to make people stand up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it sucks that you gotta go, like the internet gotta be in the business for people to want to man up. Yeah, you know? But sometimes it take that. But it's like, why? Okay, so why? We're not here to bash him. Yeah. Look, finish talking. Right, finish talking, baby. You can come see about me. Oh God, I'm playing. Respectfully, but look, finish talking.
And no, it was like I really just did that because I really just wanted a peaceful pregnancy, and I knew with everything that he be having going on, they was gonna eat my ass up every day, and it was like, who the fuck want to wake up, bitch? You already miserable, pregnant, big. Fuck, I didn't want to have to go through like all of that negativity, so I just chose to, wait until it now. Because I mean, my baby here, y'all see, bitch, it's been 2 months. My baby is perfectly fine, well taken care of. So what the fuck? Y'all keep saying all these little slick comments.
I think the reason why, let's take some accountability though, because that's what we're gonna do. I think the reason why they felt like they had to have a say so because you was basically promoting somebody else. So that's why they felt like they was in the business. Come on, we're gonna take accountability. This is
I definitely did that, because at the end of the day, I don't give a fucking really what they motherfucking business.
So do you know any backstories about these women? Or they ain't in, that's not your wheelhouse?
No.
All right, so I guess a little bit of backstory, because I do remember, I believe this Jada's sister, I think her name is Jasmine. I believe she was saying that it was an older nigga who she was trying to say who her baby father originally was while she was going through her pregnancy. Like he, of course, he's not he's just an older nigga, he a trick. And she was trying to put the baby on him. Well, realistically, it was 600 Breezy baby. And I believe he got like 5 or 6 baby moms already. So, of course, the girls was in the fucking, when she came out and said it's 600 Breezy, they was dragging her to hell. It was like, nigga, why would you have a baby by somebody who already got 5 other kids that he don't take care of? Okay. And like his baby moms then been online dragging him before because he don't take care of his kids or whatever the case may be. And me personally, just even listen, again, just going back to this conversation, the cash doll thing is just like, bro, that shit is just, it's like, I hate that we in a society where people just think it's cool to just be like, I'm gonna just have kids and it don't matter who I have a kid with. Like that shit is just crazy to me, and I don't care. I want to have my kid, and I just like what? Like, why do you want to be baby mom's number 6 to a nigga who don't take care of other kids? That shit to me just sound crazy.
I don't know. Did he have money? He got money or something?
No, because he never even really he probably got some money. Like he probably got money to I guess if you had like a decent career type of money, maybe. I don't know. Because he really ain't relevant enough for me to see him on a daily basis to tell you if he got money. Because a nigga could get on social media with a chain and some clean clothes, and that don't mean the nigga got money. He just may had caught a lick before and bought a chain.
I can't.
But he don't got no song that niggas know. I couldn't tell you, oh yeah, go listen, this is 600 Breezy song that everybody know. Like hell no.
I can't understand it, so I can't. I don't know.
But again, what I did want, because 600 Breezy did date Alexis Sky at one point in time, and I do just like, I remember I told y'all about Alexis Sky and playing. That's why again I said playing the religion thing. You can't play religion, and I told y'all for a fact, and I was just like,
nobody cares about the fact.
It was just, let me go to Alexis Sky. Matter of fact, I think I blocked her, so I don't even know if she's on my timeline. I seen her recently.
Why you block?
Because I just didn't want to see her no more. Because when she was playing with God, I told you I could tell when somebody playing with God.
Hey, oh yeah, I think I just recently seen she.
And then she was back on the gram, fucking half naked
with her mother.
What the hell fuck is
this? With her mother,
oh,
like on the island or something. Like it was for a birthday or something.
I don't know, but I know she back half naked on the gram. I know that much. I don't even know. I might have. I know I just random. I can't even find her page, but she back on the gram half naked again. Like she threw whatever the little shit, her trying to fake be in her religious bag. She kicked that shit to the curb. Obviously, it wasn't bringing her back enough money or whatever the case may be. So she got back naked on the gram like expeditiously fast. Like you go to Alexis Sky page right now, she definitely back on there with her half naked bathing suits on and giving the cheeks and all that shit. Like I seen it and I was like, damn, I need to talk about it. I remember I talked about her before on here, but Alexis Sky. Yeah, here she goes. She back.
Yeah, I want to say I saw it.
Yeah, back on, like I said, naked. 90% of her page posted now is she naked again? She literally June 23rd. Go to a June, like nigga, she on this bitch naked. She was banging the Bible literally a couple months ago. Obviously, it ain't working. She was back. Like, come on, dog. Like that's why I don't fuck with people. That's why people be so thrown off about the religion thing, because sometimes, and I told y'all, I could tell when it's fake because I know how long it actually take to get comfortable in that bag, especially to get on social media and speak on it. And nigga, I talk about it on here, but I'm still not comfortable enough to like. I couldn't green screen a message every week because I ain't that comfortable in speaking on it because I don't know what I'm talking about enough to sit here and just really sit here and try to bring it to social media and try to influence other people. So it's just like, I seen it. I knew it was going to be a spade what it is. It is what it is. Hopefully I felt like this was one of them weeks where it was just like, you just needed to just talk about adult shit because I don't feel like it was too much other stuff really going on social media. Shout outs to Rihanna. Showed the people she had matching panties and tennis shoes, I guess, whatever that do for people. And shout out to what's my man name? Justin Jefferson. So, and I don't know why people be looking for people to just waste their money on big stupid ass houses. It was two things that was going on. So real quick in the football world. One, it was the young dude from the Buffalo Bills, a new wide receiver that they got that's going to take Stephon Diggs' place, and everybody loved his personality on social media.
That's
but he
the
was
one about the jackets.
With the jackets. But of course, he was about to sign his contract, and he asked the owner, he was like, hey, how am I supposed to sign my name? Do I sign it like spell my name fully out, or do I sign it like an autograph? Because when I just do the autograph, I don't really write my real, like I don't spell my whole name out on an autograph. It's just different. The dude was like, write your whole name out. But people were trying to say, damn, this nigga dumb. Like, bro, he's not dumb. He asked a conversation. He asked a real question. I'm not about to sign a fucking contract and don't sign it the right way. I'd rather sound dumb to you niggas on social media than sit here and my contract be fucking not signed the right way. So, I mean, I respect him for saying it. And then Justin Jefferson, of course, if y'all haven't watched any of the Netflix series of wide receiver, of course they did the one last year about quarterback, so this year is wide receiver. And Justin Jefferson was like, bro, he got a smaller house, and he was like, bro, I don't see no reason. I'm not spending $10 million on a house. I don't have no kids. I don't have no family. I wasn't brought up like that, so I'm not geeking to run to go spend $10 million on no fucking home. What's the point? Because I don't have, like, it's just me and my parents probably. Like I didn't grow up in no big house, so what do I need a big house now for just to be wasting money? So I respect Justin Jefferson for feeling like that. And Justin Fields, well, because we talk about money, we talk about contract. Justin Fields like, I wear fake jewelry. I'm not buying no fake jewelry. I'm not spending $5 million on jewelry. All my jewelry fake.
Which you can't go question him. I mean, Ocho Cinco said that.
So shout outs to Justin Fields. Shout outs to Justin Jefferson.
And your boy, what's his name? His brother at the baby shower. They kissing.
So they back together?
Yeah, people just talking about it.
I seen it on the Shade Room, but because they had music playing on the background, I just skipped it. Hey, we could talk about it next week because I'm cool on Joy. Like, bro, again, please vote for Kamala Harris, support the WNBA, support the women that can actually rap. Let's just make 2024, 2025, let's make people actually having some real physical talent or musical talent, acting talent, or a educational background popular again in the Black community. Let's just stop highlighting, glorifying baby moms. Like, that's all I ask for 2020, going into 2025.
Like, share, and